Yo, what up? It's the Squeegee Live
What's up?
podcast. It's the beginning of Marc's March Madness, and we are here with Jesse Colin Morgan, not the artist formerly known as Morgan Colin Jesse. I typed his name backwards into the text box. I'm glad that we caught that. How you doing, Jesse?
I'm pretty good, guys. Happy to be
Awesome,
here.
awesome. We're happy to have you, man. So we do every year we do a whole month dedicated to high rise, and it's in March, and it's Marc's March Madness because um, this used to be part of Marc's everyday life is this high rise stuff, and now he doesn't do it anymore. So we like to show out for the high rise guys and do a month just for them. There's another podcast. We were gonna have John Liberty, Liberty on tonight, but he canceled. But he's got a podcast on Saturday that's called Below the Parapet. If you guys want to go check that out, I think Craig and Grace and who else is on there?
It's going to be a wild podcast.
Seth is at church. He's gonna be here a little late. Hello, my mom's watching, Jesse.
Some Jesus.
I wish
Hola.
Marc's camera worked. That's such a bummer, you know?
It is.
I wish you just let me buy you whatever you need to be bought. Just let me buy it.
I don't know what needs to be bought.
That's why we have sponsors.
Now I'm trying to find where the link. I'm gonna go back and click on the link because the whole Zoom thing disappeared. So I'll be right back.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
I need an I need an iMac, and then I need some Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
And I need
well, you need some Ray-Ban Metas?
Yes. I
Hello,
need
Grace.
those, and I need
okay.
What else do we need?
I mean, I'm trying to think about why you need that for the podcast, though.
Just so I can record it while we're going live.
Damian, Biddy, the Bitcoin mascot, Will Moon. Hello, Mary Walton. That's my mom. JP.
Hola.
What's up, Jeremy Pruitt? That's my buddy right there. That's the guy that got me into window cleaning right there. JP is the guy that got me into cleaning windows 22 years ago. Yeah, look what you did, Jeremy. Outlaw Window Cleaner is you, Tim. Boosted Windows.
Yes,
hey, there's Marc back. All clean exterior.
I just
Sparta Window Cleaner, my boy Sean. Yeah.
The flux capacitor is bad. So
the flux capacitor.
Did you get Sean to get?
Flux,
did you get him?
Did I get?
Did we get Sean or no?
I don't know. I'm trying. Yes, Sean is. Yes, actually, I'll tell you guys now. Okay. If you're a channel member, we do a secret show. TJ and Tim's secret show, and Sean is going to be our next guest on that podcast. We're going to talk about Crater Earth, the Hollow Moon, how we never went to the moon, the mud flood, and some other awesome shit. It's going to be super rad. We're probably going to be out of our gourds, but it's going to be fun anyway. So, don't look at that, guys. That's an old thing. I didn't mean to put that Black Friday ad up. Oops. Jesse, how long have you been doing the window cleaning thing, man?
Well, a friend of mine, basically I started groundwork probably 2006, 7, and then a friend of mine saw my potential into getting into rope access work. So he's bugging me for a couple of years before I finally caved. I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So basically on and off, because it's seasonal, since 2008 with a
and
couple
you do
of
that,
years in between.
There's a couple of guys asking where, and you are not from the States. You are from Canada.
No, I am Canadian. That's correct. So most of the high-rise stuff I've for my work has been in Vancouver, but the last few years, Vancouver Island, mostly Victoria.
Okay.
People are familiar with that. Victoria is the capital of BC. People aren't familiar with BC, I guess.
Yeah.
What's up, Eric?
Yep. So how is the market up there? Is there a lot of competition? Is it cutthroat?
Well, and Vancouver is so a lot of high rises, as we all know, a lot of glass. So like there's probably about 20 on the 20 companies ish, maybe about a dozen or so now on the island, and I would think easily over 20 and on the mainland. Easily over 20 on the mainland. I would think. I haven't looked lately, but I would probably say there's easily over 25 to probably 40.
Okay.
I would roundabout guess. Don't quote me on that, but
Yeah.
you know.
So does Canada have, like we have the OSHA here and safety
I was
standards?
going to ask that.
What is
Oh yeah.
what is the safety standard in Canada?
Well, when I started, it was pretty old school. Like we have like you guys know, we have usually for
Don't
North
mind me.
America, it's the SPRAT, right, which is Society of Professional Rope Access Technicians, which is pretty much what you need, or IRATA, right, which is more of an international certification, right, which
Okay.
is, if I want to go off, like, to a different country or international stuff like that, you got to be somewhat IRATA proficient, right?
So
Yep.
one of our listeners would like to know how you feel about becoming the 51st states of the United States of America.
Oh my God. I should have seen this one coming. Yeah, yeah.
We got a bunch of Weisenheimers that watch this
Yeah.
show. Just so you know.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, that's a bit of a loaded question, and I like, uh honestly, I think it's a joke, because, like, I don't think we really need like that to be official, because we're so tied at the hip anyways.
Right.
And I just think it's more just Trump talking out his ass.
Yeah, it is.
It's exactly
it's
what
know,
it is.
like,
it's just to get people riled up.
Right.
You know
We
what I'm
actually
saying?
we got
yeah,
actually got another question here too. Damien asked.
so I
you know,
can't see them. I'm trying to. Oh,
well,
here we go. I can.
yeah, I will say. I'll tell
I
you
can't
when we
quite.
see him. What kind of descender
Okay,
do
cool,
you
man.
use? What kind of descender do you prefer to use?
Oh, okay. Well, usually, I started out old school, so like it was Bosun chair and a rack or a fist, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I've used everything. Now we pretty much use the updated version of the ID. It's escaping my name right now, the technical term for it. But it's more like the up-to-date ID, industrial descender. But like, I've used everything from a rack to a fist to an Anthron to an ID. That's pretty much it, right? It just really depends, because now it's all new school. It's all podium, right?
Yep. Well,
So,
podium is for those that don't know, podium is more of like a webbed chair, a webbed sling that you sit in,
yeah,
right?
that's what
Whereas a bosun's chair is made out of wood. It does limit your movement, but I've only seen a very small handful of guys wearing a podium. So we're still, I would say, primarily bosun's chair in the States.
Oh wow, eh? Well,
Yeah.
Bosun chair is a little bit more for not rope access. It's more for just doing straight drops, right?
Right.
Like just straight drops. Like, you can't really extend your ropes,
Right.
or like for doing rope transfers or back-to-back rope transfers and stuff like that. It's really limited capabilities.
Yep.
Right, where a podium, it's like you can extend your ropes, you can do rope transfers easy, you name it. That's more rope access, like, work, right? Whereas
much less,
just for straight drops.
Much less bulky with the podium.
Absolutely, yeah. It's but it is a bit more of a workhouse. Like, if you're just doing straight drops, or you're pressure washing a high rise and you have a bunch of gear on you or whatever, it's a lot more. Like I say, a bit of a workhorse for just doing straight drops. Then as what's the word? I'm not looking as useful or proficient as taking on a multitude of tasks. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah. I think it kind of, like, I came up with, believe it or not, when I started, we used rack and bar and we made our own chairs. Okay.
Right.
Because there was one or two and I didn't like any of them. And I wanted a 2-point chair, and most everything was a 4-point chair, and vice versa. And we used to make our own. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays that doesn't really go over well in the community.
No, that's kind of illegal here. Like, a lot, like, it's that doesn't really fly anymore.
Yeah.
So what's the we have another question. What's the highest you've dropped?
Yes. 35 floors is the highest, I think, the highest building I've been on, I should say. Yeah, 35 floors. So from the start of the roof, about 360 feet up in the air,
Right. Fuck.
So
nothing like Florida, like 40 or 45 or 50 floor high rise.
Our biggest one in Florida is 60, 65, I believe. But
Right,
Most when you get to that height, most of them have, you know, the built-in
Mm.
systems with
right,
tracks and whatnot. You know, I
right.
mean, personally, I done 44 floors. I hated every minute of it. Okay,
I
I
bet.
wasn't never comfortable with it. 2 buckets of water and wondering if you're gonna have
Right.
enough to finish.
Yeah.
Blowing around on the beach. I only did it to say I did it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It was a
Right.
buddy that
Absolutely.
had the job, and he's like, "How'd you like to do this?" He sent me a picture, and I've always been one where, um, this building was there were octagons around, and it was 44 stories sitting on top of a 10-story parking garage. It took 600-foot falls to hit the ground, and then so you had to climb up a ladder to get to the top of the octagon. There were 4 octagons around the building, and there was zero parapet, none.
Mm.
All there
Wow.
was is a hook in the middle, and so you literally climbed up 2.5 stories with all your gear, and then pulled your ropes up and then let your ropes down, and then you could literally just walk off the building. And something about not having a parapet, was never comfortable with
Right.
climbing over without a wall to hang on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I
Um,
do. Really easy to just walk off the side of the building too.
right. Nothing, not
Nice.
a curb,
Yeah.
nothing,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
even a scupper drain. But it was
Right.
that I sat there for about 20 minutes and said, I was ready to pack my gear, and I said, you know what? Just do it. Just do it. So, yeah, it's an acquired taste when you get to that point.
Damien has the audacity to ask that question. How
Oh yeah.
dare you ask a soap
Yeah.
question? They want to know what kind of soap you use, dude.
Oh, so well, you can use honestly, like we use There's a special cleaning. I can't remember what the brand is, but a lot of the times, man, we just use Dawn or Sunlight.
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
that
same here.
clogs the pores
Grease.
on the glass and breaks the windows down faster, right?
Yeah.
There's a
I,
guy on TikTok running around. He's trying to sell like $90 bottles of soap. He's like, dish soap doesn't belong in your windows. It destroys them.
right.
It clogs the
Well,
pores.
right. Well,
Yeah.
a lot of different companies. It's kind of like their preference too, right? Like
Mhm.
some of them just use they provide that
Yeah.
right along with the equipment. So
Right.
it's like whatever they want you to use is what you use, right?
Right. Just get in where you fit in when it comes to that. You know,
Yeah, and like if
if
you're
that's what the
traveling and
boss
you're out of
wants, that's what the boss gets. There you go. You want me to
exactly.
use almond joy and some coconut
Right.
oil?
Yeah,
I'll use that. Whatever you
sure.
want me to use.
You
Right?
know, the soap is only part of the equation. I used to tell a
Yeah.
story. It was only a 7-story job, and I got to bathroom windows. And at 7 stories, they don't
Shit.
usually fog the bathroom windows. And my soap
Right.
was really flattened out because there
Uh-huh.
was a lot of jet fuel. I literally climbed through the
So,
bathroom
what's up,
window,
Jessica?
got that pink soap off of the wall. You know, the pinks. Remember that old soap that stunk real bad? And you put your hand under this globe,
Uh-huh.
and I dumped that in my bucket to finish my job. Soap is kind of doesn't really make a
Jeez.
huge
You know,
difference.
It's all about the lubricant, man.
my favorite is when dude measures it out like he's got like those tablespoons and shit.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I love it
Yeah.
when he
Right?
does
Yeah,
that.
he's not baking a cake or anything.
Yeah, I always get
No,
questions like,
no.
"How many fluid ounces of soap?" I was like, "Dude, I just fucking squirt it in the thing until it feels good." You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's
Right.
enough. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Sometimes I
Or you
screw
get a
up and
little
use too much. I have to add more water. You know what I mean?
Right.
But whatever.
right.
So Jesse,
Yeah, kind of like
What's up,
let me
Adam?
ask you this. Tool distribution equipment, WCR
What's
in
up,
United
Jeremy?
States is the largest distributor. I'm
right.
sure they go to Canada somewhat, but I know there's issues with tariffs and whatnot. But so do you have
Well,
the equivalent of a good distributor in Canada?
a lot of people just use we just use a lot of petrol gear.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Like that kind of makes sense. Like there's so much. Like honestly, like I'm bad with keeping track of all the names, but like we just have certain companies that are just like that cater and that they carry all kinds of off brands for like whether it be
Yeah.
harnesses or like Ettore for like your squeegees or
Yeah.
rubbers
Yeah.
or so Sorbo, etc. And like there's so many now that I've just kind of
Yeah.
lost track, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that kind of makes sense.
that's kind
Well,
of the way it
what
works.
squeegee do you use?
I'm old school, man. I use like an Ettore.
Brass,
Yeah,
old
brass.
school brass.
But
Yeah,
like, yeah, man, that
it
or the
doesn't
plastic
miss.
handles a
Yeah,
little
it
bit.
doesn't miss.
You know, It
You know,
doesn't
so,
miss, as long as you got a good technique and you press hard when you're
right,
whatever, like, and you don't leave any
right.
moisture or liquid on
I'm gonna
your
stick my
window,
dick
you're
in the
good.
mashed potatoes. Go Hogs!
Yeah.
So, Jesse, are you
Yes.
self-employed? I know you mentioned you work with some buddies. Did you have your own
Yeah.
company, or how's this going?
Well, how kind of I worked for a few different companies after I got certified, but I had after I got I got my first level one, which is Sprat. The guy like taking your rope course
Mhm.
is one thing because now you know how to tie knots and you're familiar with certain like techniques, right? Or doing a rope transfer or rescue or um I'm losing track of things right now or deviation or whatnot
Right.
doesn't mean you know how to do like apply that yet to whatever task you're doing, whether it be pressure washing a building on ropes, cleaning windows. You almost have to retrain yourself again. So I got really lucky that I had a guy that kind of was like I would say like a journeyman, if I was to
Uh-huh.
say like as an apprentice,
Yeah.
Yep.
and he was my kind of my trainer after I got certified, and we subcontracted for about 2 or 3 different companies in Vancouver.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So your plan is
Uh,
just continue on this path, or do you eventually want to go
well,
back into yourself?
I I don't. I'm kind of. It's kind of. I'm kind of at the crossroads at the moment. Like I'm not 100% sure which direction I want to take.
Right.
Um, I have a chance to get recertified
Uh-huh.
the next little bit, which I'm probably going to do, and then if I get recertified, I'll give it my all for that company that will pick that'll cover the cost because that's
Right.
only fair.
Right.
Um, but I'm kind of getting a little bit like it's not as like challenging or as exciting as it used to be because I've kind of like almost beat that game. If like it
Yeah.
was a video game, I kind of
Mhm.
beat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Well, a lot of people, I'll only speak for myself, start out for the challenge of doing it. And then there's the thrill with
Right.
doing it. And then it's a job. That's very hard,
Right.
very taxing on your body.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So
not
is
for everyone, man.
as trades go, right, in Canada, is window cleaning, especially high rise, a very well paying job, or is it average?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know what. I mean, I haven't. I mean, depending on piece, like I'm pretty fast. I'm 6'5". I'm kind of
Uh-huh.
ambidextrous. So I can clean windows just as good with my left hand as I can with my right.
Right.
So I'm a little bit of an anomaly sometimes, but you have to a good window cleaner on ropes. You should be able to get away with cleaning windows with your non-good hand, right?
Yes. Yep.
You know, so yeah.
Some dudes can't even use their main hand. You know what I mean? So
Oh my
Yeah.
God, right? Like it's just.
it's
Well,
really
I'll leave
bad
that
out
one
there.
alone.
It's really bad
Yeah.
But
out there.
yeah,
I tried it.
yeah, and
I got good. I got proficient using my left hand because I hated having
right,
to come down off a ladder. I'm like, man, I just
Right.
Yeah.
right,
I'm just reaching out and
right.
I'm figuring that out. You
Yeah.
know
We're
what I
just
Yeah,
mean?
getting this shit
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
Slide my handle all
you
the way
know,
to the end of the 22-inch and just
right.
whoop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
it
just
sucks.
I've always wet with the left and squeegee with the right. And
Uh-huh.
then when I started doing high rise, I literally had to train myself to squeegee with my left as well as the right. You understand? And it
right.
becomes a rhythm.
Yeah.
You have to get yourself into that rhythm.
Yeah.
And especially
Absolutely.
when you're doing, 20 stories, every window is usually going to be the same size. So it's
Right.
just
Yeah,
like you get that pattern that
Right.
works for you,
It's all repetition, man. You just got to do it
Right.
more. A
Right.
lot of people
Right.
Yeah.
focus on like really fancy techniques starting out. And sometimes you just need to, train yourself to just, start off with a smaller squeegee and learn how
right.
to do the window first and then add all the tricks and stuff in there. You know what I mean? There's just the finger thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Right,
finger
yeah.
thing, the super foamy windows. Like I don't understand any of that stuff, man.
I find for cleaning windows, what kind of dictates my technique is kind of the
Hmm.
frames,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
You
Right.
know what I mean? Whether or not I want to like cut the corners in like one motion, right?
Hmm.
Or if I
Right.
just want to start up and then cut the sides and then just deal with the middle. It
Hmm.
all kind of has to do with the frames to me, kind
Right.
of
Well,
dictates how I'm
Yeah.
going
also
to clean the windows.
like the caulking. Like anytime I had a building that said, "Hey, you got to hold off for a month because we're getting the building wet sealed," and if I knew the contractor, like I'll give them a shout out, not that they're watching, but we have a company here called General Caulking and Coatings. I knew when I went to my job after they caulked it that the caulking was going to be dead nuts perfect, where I can sling into that corner
Mm-hmm.
and come down without raising my rubber off the
Mm-hmm.
glass. Whereas other
That's
guys,
such
they
a
leave
pain
it
in
like
the
a
ass,
jagged
man.
knife. Yeah, but on a building, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
I
if
can.
you notice high-rise window cleaners, it's not as detailed as certainly not a
Mm,
house. It's more detailed.
Right.
It's as detailed as a storefront in the fact that you're not going to see a high-rise guy going all the way around the window with a rag.
Give it to me
It's just
harder, big boy.
you're
Well,
not gonna get away with that, you know.
not really. But back in the day, they did. There was all the like the old school Bosun chairs in
Yeah,
Vancouver. We always had like we had goat skin or a chamois. And a lot of
yeah,
times we clean the windows and we'd have that in our hand even when we
yeah.
were like squeezing the window.
mm,
But
Right, right,
now it's like you get to a certain point where like all those little things you can just do without making more movements and cuts down your drops per floor, which really adds up in the long hand, right?
right, right, right.
I like
So
a lot of times it's commercial, so like it's not as anal as say doing residential, and you have someone standing behind you looking and nitpicking everything, right?
right. So up there, is there a lot of guys that do what we call here piecework,
what's
meaning
up, Cody?
you get
Oh yeah,
150 a drop, and now how many you do in a day is going to dictate your day's pay,
right.
or are you
That's
on an
correct.
hourly wage?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it really depends. So like sometimes it's like okay, you say this building is like usually it's done in about 30 hours around there, right? And it's billed at this amount of money for 30 hours. So and if you need longer to do that, then you get a base rate. But if you can say do that in 20 hours, then you get a bank those 10 hours depending
Right.
on how much money that hour each hour is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
I used to tell the guys, put two guys on a building and say, we've got a 2 day budget on this. Do
Mm-hmm.
it in a day and a half, and you
Right.
get a nice
Boom.
bonus. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly how it goes, right? Or it's just like or you just get like I said, a set rate
Now,
per drop.
can I
And if
ask you
you get
guys?
this,
Can I ask you and Mark a question? Is that something that's like? Is that like standard for a high rise work where? Like you get like I've got we've bid this for 3 days. If you get it done in 2, you get a bonus, or is not everybody that cool?
Um,
uh,
Is it just
go
strictly
ahead, Jesse, and then I'll tell them
well,
what
okay?
yeah.
I'm not like nowadays. I think it's just like nowadays a lot like I think it's more hourly now because I think it has a lot to do with your certification. Like if you're
Mm-hmm.
level one, level two, or level three. If you're say a level three IRATA or whatever, you're automatically guaranteed to make say 40 or $50 an hour. Where if you're level one, you top out at say maybe 30 or 28,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
So now I think it's more kind of leaning towards just a set pay for whatever level you are.
Right. Yeah,
That makes sense. Yeah.
I had the same guys doing the same buildings for between 15 and 20 years. So they knew these jobs like the back of their hand. So they knew the budgets. But like when we pick up a new one, I tell them, we have a 5 day budget for the two of you. The first time around, I'm sure it's going to take all 5 or 10 days if you consider it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the next time you'll learn access, you'll learn the tricks of the
Oh,
building. Right.
yeah.
And I would tell them, again, I wasn't giving them drop pay. I was giving them day pay. So if they finished it in 3 days, not 5, they got paid for the 5. Now, nowadays, where I am, the market has been saturated to where I used to be. I have to look at it from a business standpoint. If I'm charging the building, um, $300 a drop, I can afford to give them 100 to 125 per drop based on how long it's going to take. The problem has become that now guys are doing buildings that are 20 stories for $100 a drop. There's no
Right.
money there anymore between
Right.
equipment and insurance and everything else.
Right.
At that point, it doesn't matter what level you are. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's watered down where I am.
This is one
Yeah,
commenter
that makes
said
sense.
it's I want to say it's Diarrhea Diaries, which is fucking sweet. It says
Okay.
Sprat search shouldn't matter if you can set up and do things safely and quickly. You deserve the same pay. I have to.
But
I
there
agree.
is something to that because insurance companies, and if you
Right.
have legitimate insurance, want to see that.
Mhm.
So that's going to
Yeah.
determine the business owner's rate.
We actually did have.
100%.
Are your guys'
100%.
insurance rates crazy up there? That's a question somebody asked earlier.
Oh, I haven't really had to pay. It's WCB up here, right, which is workers' comp. But like, so we probably have the highest rates per like out of any trades because unless like say oil field or stuff like that or off rig or offshore oil rig, I mean we probably play the highest premium out of any trades. I would
Yeah.
think,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, it varies here from state to state. I know when I was quoted for legit, there's a lot of guys that'll go in and say, yeah, I only do 3 stories. And next thing you know, they're on a 20-story building and their rate is based on that. So now it's
Right.
become, if you're going up a ladder or stepping off the ground, this is your rate now. And I had certain jobs that said, we need this level of insurance. And I go to my agent and he's like, walk away. You're not going to make any money here. And it was upwards of 50 cents to the dollar, meaning so for every $100 of payroll, I had to give them $50. You know what I'm saying?
my.
So then it took a job that I had a 20% margin in and brought it down to 5%. At that point, let someone
What are
else
we
do
doing?
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Somebody
You're
would
trading
like to
dollars.
know. Boosted Windows would ask, how many windows are we talking per building for say like 30 stories? Is there like, I mean, I don't.
Thousands. It could be thousands.
It could be
Yeah.
Oh my
thousands. It
God.
could be thousands to
Yeah.
Oh
hundreds. Am
yeah.
I right? I mean, it just
Yeah.
depends,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I was on this one building in like off of Broad, pretty much right downtown in Vancouver, and the mid drops were kind of triangles, but they were like the spread I was doing was pretty big, so it was like pretty much 8 big windows, like three by fours, and then it had like 20 little itty
What's
bitty
up, Jake?
windows, so it was like pretty much like 20 windows per floor. So you do the math, 20 times 32, that's 640 windows per
Right.
drop.
Multiply that by the
Right?
drops, and it's
Yeah.
significant.
Right.
Jake
And
Van
that's a
Orton.
lot,
Is it
man.
Jake Van Orton?
You know?
Is that he said this? The guy that diarrhea diaries, is that Jake Van Orton? He says it's Jake, by the way, so
I
I'm
don't know.
assuming it has to be. He says piece
Yeah.
rate is the way to go to get the top guys in any side of window cleaning. We pay piece
It's
rate for
probably
all
correct.
phases.
They could dictate their
Yeah,
own pay
Cincinnati
like that.
Insurance,
Yeah,
and they have never
absolutely,
been
'cause
asked
they're
for search for
indispensable.
high rise.
But understand this: in order to use those piece guys that are going to want $100 a drop or 125, 150, you've got to be getting it out of the building.
Yeah.
Meaning,
Right.
the budget has to be there for, and they have to not they have to care
Jake.
that the
What's up,
company's
Jake?
qualified, and the quality of the work is going to show versus some splash and dash guy that's going to skip half the building.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. They can only afford so much or they don't make any profit, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Get you a Randy out there, Jeremy Pruitt, out there skinning windows.
We basically would take if most buildings, well, we would take a building with a 3-day budget, and the guys would crop it up into, okay, it's 3 days, we got to do 7 drops a day.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, in order to get
Right.
their bonus, they had to work if it started to rain. They had to work when they didn't want to or they were tired. You
Oh,
understand?
100%.
It gives them that push, because I mean, I've never had luck with outsourcing window cleaning. A company that I worked for that actually learned how to do high rise, I brought them in. He sent me 2 guys, and I put 2 guys on a big project. And I told him my guys aren't going to be there till 10 a.m. because they got morning work. I show up there at 9:45, and they're in the equipment room, which is like the last exit before they go out onto the roof, with their rope bags as pillows, and they're literally sleeping. So I sent them home. I go, I don't want you to lose your job, but I'm not fucking paying for this.
Right,
I was
Marc.
paying a day rate. Yeah.
Someone would like to know if you're still in high rise.
Me, no more. I'm not.
Yeah, Marc. I was gonna
I'm
say
not.
you pretty much that part of
We-
your business you shut down, right? Because it just got too crazy.
Right after COVID,
Uh-huh.
and I lost one of my high rise guys that have been with me for like 17 years,
Uh-huh.
and the other one that's high rise now has a family, 2 children, and I could see it in his face. Cause and Jesse, you know what I'm saying. Eventually, one day you just
Oh,
say
yeah.
to yourself, it's enough. You know what I'm saying? And it's not
Oh
that you're
yeah,
taking any more risk now. You're safer
Yeah.
now because of your experience. You just don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
So now, don't get
yeah,
me wrong. I just picked up a 5-story. We're going to do some rope drops on it. 5-story. It's still
Mhm.
out of the
yeah.
reach of the average guy, and we still have all the equipment to do it. I just don't have the desire to do all these from one. Like my guys would literally take their gear on 4 time-a-year buildings that were all in one small 10-mile radius and take their gear and move it across the street and then move it across the street. Now they're all and Jesse can probably relate to this because he's been in and out. If it's something that if you don't do it every day, you start to lose your own self-confidence, and that's the worst place to be. A high-rise guy is a guy that does it every day.
Mhm.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, when I took a couple years off and I did my first drop on like somewhat of a higher build like a high rise like over 10 floors, I felt like I was almost on my first drop again.
Right, right. It's
Because you just
almost
get that
learning to do
nervous.
it again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and just because like it's just like what's like muscle memory, right? You don't do it for
right,
so long, then
right.
then you forget. And like
Mhm.
with the heights and kind of that danger factor, it's a bit of a mind fuck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I got
so
on a 40-foot ladder about 3 weeks ago, and I had it all stretched out, you know what I mean? And I got up to the top of the peak of this house, and I was like, "What in the fuck am
Yeah,
I
you say
doing up
why?
here?
You
What am
say
I
why?
doing up here, dude?
Yeah.
This
No.
is so stupid." Not only that, I had to take like a 10-minute break after I stood that fucking ladder up. You know what I mean? It was
Right,
so heavy.
right, right. I
Yeah,
had a guy
good.
work for me, and he was doing, I guess you could call it piecework, day work, and he was a great window cleaner. And we were on an 18-story, and I'm down doing lobby glass, and I look up and the ropes are on the ground. We put set up a drop zone, and then like 10 minutes later, I come walking around. He's still not on the ropes, so I get on the phone. I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, "I'm just not feeling it." And I go, "Okay, then pull your ropes for the day
Mhm.
and go home. We're not gonna sit here. You're getting a day pay for you to make your decision. If you're not feeling it, then I don't want you on the building." And he never went back after that. Something spooked him, and that was the end of it for him. And it
yeah,
happens. It happens. Hey,
absolutely,
Seth.
100%.
Hey, there's Seth.
Seth, this is Jesse. Jesse's the high rise
Yes.
guys out of
Hey, everybody,
Vancouver.
it's Seth. It's Seth Byers.
Hey,
was
sorry
What's
for
up,
just
being
man?
late, dude.
he was just hanging out with the Lord.
How's Jesus, man?
How's
He was
Jesus?
doing good. He was
How's
doing
Jesus
good.
doing? Is he
Alright.
doing good? Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, and he looks good
Uh,
considering he got struck in the head by lightning walking
Yeah.
into a church.
I've ducked a few lightning bolts here and there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal.
Heck yeah.
So
Sorry, I'm just
yeah,
getting situated.
Somebody said, so are we talking potentially making 200K a year as an experienced drop guy?
not working for
Ooh.
me.
Yeah.
I make a nice living, but
Yeah.
that in my market, no way.
No, yeah, no, I doubt, I highly doubt. I got to remember that you guys you're talking U.S. dollars, where I'm talking pesos.
Right.
Unfortunately, right? So you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, like a really good. If you're doing like building maintenance here in Canada, just straight building maintenance, I would say a good season, if you're doing it, say 6, 8 months out of the year, you can probably pull in about 100K, maybe. You
Yeah.
know, which I don't know what that is American. What's that, like 60s now? I'm not sure, right? But in BC, our season is
Mm.
we usually have about 3 or 4 months off in the
Uh-huh.
winter time.
Yeah. Yeah. So most buildings up there are quarterly, twice a year, once a year, or just all
And
different.
once or twice annually. It depends. Like in Vancouver, a lot of the high rises are all strata. So it
Uh-huh.
depends on what the strata budget is. But most of the expensive ones, we do them twice a year. So like the beginning
Yeah.
of spring, and then like
Yeah.
right before winter at the end of fall, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
had 4 or 5 that, believe it or not, doing the lobby service every single month,
that's
okay,
crazy.
that was the butter, the gravy on the job, meaning I made almost as much doing that $800 first floor for 3 hours than I did doing the entire building for $6,000. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you
Yeah,
do the math, you're getting
Yeah,
800 to 1,000 every single month.
you're right. That makes
That's
sense.
what, yeah. And anybody can, any of the guys can go do it for the most part while you have the
Mhm.
high rise guys back on the other buildings, but There's just been a lot of changes since COVID in my area. I think in around here, we got guys traveling from Miami, which is 150 miles south of me, working, doing buildings I was doing, and there's no way they got more money to do them, and they're driving, an hour and a half each way.
Right.
So, it's crazy.
Seth, are you going to be in a different room every time we do this?
I'm in the same room. I'm always
Are you?
in.
Is that a different? Is that a new
There's
couch?
there's just more lights on.
Oh.
No, there isn't a
He's
bunch
just
of baby
showing his
stuff
way
all over
around
the
his
couch.
mansion.
Okay.
It's clean. Clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Okay.
mansion.
Can you do the
Seth,
next podcast
hey.
from one of your 12 bathrooms?
Yeah, I'll do it from the moon. I'm gonna do it from the moon.
We're dying without you, man. We needed an interpreter for this guy.
Right. So Jesse, how is the residential window cleaning market up there, or are you not familiar with
Oh
that?
man, oh yeah, it's nuts because on Vancouver Island, the people that usually can afford to get their windows cleaned, like our big estates, mansions with like oceanfront property, and they have all the money, right? So they don't like they get a bird poop like on one of their big bay windows overlooking their ocean view after
Yeah.
like 2 weeks we just cleaned their fucking house. They'll
Right.
call us right back, and we'll be like,
Yeah.
"We're not like you want
I
us to come
deal with
back
that
and set up
too.
our
They
shit."
want it before it
You know what
crosses
I mean?
over.
I have a lady.
Right? So, like-
She's not. I don't have the lady anymore. She passed away a couple years ago. But I had a lady that I was there every 7 days to clean her windows at her house.
Yeah.
Every 7
Yeah.
days, she's like every Thursday afternoon. I did that woman's windows from
Yeah.
May till the first week of September. Every week her windows were cleaned, and then it went
Yeah.
to every other week, and then once it got colder, it went into like once a month, and then as soon as we got back into May, it was every week. She was
You
the
ever-
type that she would get down on her knees with one of those foam knee pads with a pair of scissors and
Oh,
cut
God.
the edge around the sidewalk
Hey, baby.
and driveway. Like she would trim that with a pair of scissors. Like, I mean, her yard was
Wow.
immaculate. I wasn't
But
even
you know
allowed
what,
to walk
TJ?
in it. I wasn't
Those
allowed
are
to
the
walk in
jobs
the yard.
that
She's like,
I
"Don't
always
put
said-
footprints in my grass."
Yeah, I always had jobs. You occasionally come across someone that it's not a money thing. I want it clean all the time,
Yeah.
and it's an easy and a good person to work for. And
Mhm.
I've always said, give me 20 more of these and fuck all this other bullshit.
Yeah, I'm with
know
you
what
on
I'm
it.
saying?
I mean,
Yeah.
she did not bother me one bit. I don't know if Jeremy's still watching, but he remembers Joyce. She was a trip, man.
So Jesse, what's the most exciting or strangest or weirdest thing you've come across on a high-rise job?
Okay, well, I'd have to say, so I was doing this high-rise downtown, and it was kind of funny. So remember I was saying earlier about the guy that was kind of like my journeyman or like my mentor at the time, and he was talking because he was hanging off a high-rise about 12 years before he took me on, and he was just finished saying, "Oh, I've never seen people have sex in front of me or anything like that," right? And I swear the next drop I did, about maybe 10 floors down, so about 24 floors up, like you have the blinds that you can just pull down like halfway and stop, and then you have like the opener windows on the bottom part of the window.
Right.
So I started doing the top part of the windows, which I couldn't see inside, right? And then I dropped down to do the bottom part, and it was a solarium. And these people set up a cot right there, and it was this black, I was just a African fellow, like whatever, giving the business right to his blonde girlfriend right in front of me while they're trying not to laugh. And if the window wasn't there, I could have reached it and had fun too.
Now,
But
did they continue or did they run out of the room?
They just like we all try not to laugh, and
What's up,
I'm
Thomas?
trying not to, just doing my
Yeah.
thing and not laugh. I've had everything
Hello,
from
Patty.
like, people still partying, like, giving me strip shows on balconies. Oh man, I've lost track of all the stories I've had, man. I almost thought about doing a podcast years ago after a lot
I
of
only
things
see old
just
man
would
dick and
happen to me,
balls.
man. Right?
Yeah, but
You
that's
know,
your
all I get to
choosing.
see.
That's your choosing.
That's what you're looking
that's
for.
called the
now.
mirror, Tim.
Yeah, that's
called
what
the
I
mirror,
choose.
Tim.
I
It's called
choose that.
Yeah, it's called stop. Hey,
fuck
That's
stop
what
it.
they're looking for. Yeah, if
Stop
you search
cleaning your
for it, you're
window.
gonna
Hey,
find it.
Stop cleaning your bathroom mirror
Oh,
naked,
man.
Tim, and you'll stop seeing it.
Yeah.
The worst
I gotta
thing
see it
that
somehow,
happened.
damn it.
Yeah, like the one thing I'm not really cool with is when like you see your ropes dangling in your window, you know someone's coming down, right?
Right.
They're not
Right.
taut. But if you're tugging one out, put your junk away, dude. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a habit of descending fast just to
Yeah.
see if I can scare people. And if I
Yeah.
see some dude giving his, pull, I'm skipping your windows, mate. You know what I
Yeah,
Right.
mean?
Right.
yeah,
Right.
Man, like, your windows are not getting done, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, on to the next,
I,
man.
wa- I once did a Holiday Inn hotel. It was 12 or 13, maybe 14 stories.
Mhm.
And they posted in the lobby and in the elevator, the window cleaners are going to be here.
Yeah.
If that's something that
Close your
makes you
blinds.
uncomfortable, please close your windows and
Mhm.
blinds.
Yeah.
And I came across about an 80-plus-year-old woman coming out of the shower. And I'm just going to say this,
Oh.
I haven't slept ever since.
He's
At least not through the
sleeping.
night.
That's because he's constantly cranking it.
He's constantly thinking about it.
Yeah, well, let's just put it this way. Her panties were to her knees and she was
Oh.
still in them.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, I've seen
They're
a
one of
lot
those
of things.
ones that
I've kinda
steps on her
lost
titties
track,
when she
but-
gets out the shower.
Right.
I actually prefer
Right.
those kind.
Right.
I
had
like
a
the
kid-
used ones. You know what I mean? They're used. I mean, they've seen a couple of winners. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
I had
had a
an
couple of
employee
kids
work-
swinging off
they've
of
fed
them.
a few people.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've
fed a few people. Those
yeah.
are the good ones. You know what I mean?
Those are
Yeah.
real salt of the earth.
Who wants those
ones,
plastic ones? Those things
Exactly.
are garbage, man. Just give me the real thing. I want them to lay in your arm. I want them to smell like deodorant. You know what I mean?
So Jesse, when you're not cleaning windows, what is one of your
Longs,
hobbies?
baby.
What do you enjoy doing?
I'm big into sports. I used to play a lot of basketball or sports in general. Big on music, nightlife in Vancouver or Victoria. We got a lot of my friends are all producers or DJs. So
Uh-huh.
I spent a lot of my time listening to music or going out dancing, or I did anyways. And then we all got a little older, and that wasn't as important to us as having fun like our 20s and 30s was, right?
Right. Right.
So I
Right.
like a good book or a good movie or like just calming
Jeremy,
down.
that's fucked up.
You know,
Hey, Jeremy's verification for that story that I told about. We were working at the villas. That old lady, like purposefully showing me herself running around in her underwear. Jeremy was there when I seen that. That was fucking terrible, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah, they yelled. I mean, she we were there the first year, and they told us they're like, she's gonna try to run around naked, just so you know. So be careful when you do this one. And then we went and did it, and we didn't see nothing. And the next spring we go there and do it, and we just conveniently forgot all about it. And I'm in a picture window, and she just standing there in her bloomers, topless. I'm like, oh my god, dude. She was like, yeah. I was just like, holy shit.
She TJ.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Take me now.
It was terrible. He said I loved it. Fuck you. No, I did. It was terrible, dude.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. That was terrible.
That's awesome.
Not good, sirs.
Awesome.
Not good. Not good. So Seth, so what did you go to do to church at night? Can we ask? Can we ask what you did at church?
What do you want to know?
So what was it like? Did you just go there? It was like a meet and greet?
It was a meet and greet about a new
They
one.
were like,
moving here,
we
so
heard
just-
you're on the Squeegee Live podcast. Will you be a special guest at our church?
No, my wife brought it up, and I was like, shh, don't tell them I do a podcast.
Yeah.
Not yet, dude.
They might
They hear
look.
what I got to say. It was just a meet and greet. It's we've been going to one. We're trying to find something a little different. So
Okay.
I figured we'd check this out.
So you're just checking out the people, getting a lay of the land. Hopefully,
Yeah, kind of see
you don't
like what your
become.
mission
You're not
is. Yeah.
joining a cult. Hopefully,
Interviewing
No,
the church.
Right.
I've heard fool me once, right? Fool me once. Can't give me a second time.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I won't drink your
That's right.
Kool-Aid.
Can't get me twice, dude. Yeah. I'm not getting back on the boat. All right?
Oh, that's great. Dude, that's great. I forgot all about that, Seth. That was,
Yeah.
my bad.
Unfortunately, I didn't. But yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question, Jesse. Tell us
Yes, sir.
about because I've spoke to some Canadians that visit here. I want your perspective on because they tell us a lot different in America. Tell us about the universal health care that you guys have. Is it all it's cracked up to be, or is it cluster? Honestly.
Not so much. Honestly, it's there's something to be said for being able to afford proper health care. I mean, like, and the one thing is that you can't really, but having like, Medicare here and not having to pay for the basic necessities, the doctors aren't as liable as say if you paid them, right? Say they fuck up big or yada yada. You can't just sue them because you're not really paying for the service,
Right,
right?
right, right.
So there's a lot of things that are left to be desired. But I mean, for a lot of people that can't afford the healthcare, like how do you put a price on that?
Yeah, but you guys have very high taxes because of that, correct or no?
We do, and it's just we're getting more and more. Fuck, don't get me into politics, but like,
Yeah,
yeah, we're getting more and more. We're getting more and more taxed as it is. Like, we take home, depending on our tax brackets, we take home maybe 60% of what we earn.
wow. Yeah,
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 that's
that's
highway robbery, dude.
Taxation is
As far as I'm
theft.
concerned,
Taxation is
it
theft,
is. It
sir.
really is. It
yeah.
really is.
Taxation is theft. Let's go throw their tea in the fucking river. You know what I mean? Or the lake. or
Right.
They did that for a
No.
5% tax, dude.
They did that for 5%
tax, brother.
tax. Yeah, dude. What
Yeah.
are we doing?
Yeah.
Let's throw something in the water. I don't know what it is, but we should throw something in the water. Seth's out here hunting churches for the next dryer vent clients. Smart man.
I don't want to tell you what I was really hunting.
Seth's
but
like,
yeah.
we doing 2 mil this year, cuz.
Yeah, we're getting it, son. Let me clean your vent, kid.
Let me clean
So-
your vent.
Let me play your bit, kid.
Yay. Let me
So
let me-
Jesse, are there
clean your vents
window
in your
cleaning
underground tunnel system. Keep going.
Right.
yeah.
Are
Clean
there
that out for you.
are there large window cleaning companies up there that have like 15 and 20 guys, or mostly?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like in Vancouver, I imagine Vancouver, like there's probably, I would say some companies, even in Victoria now, there's probably like a dozen or 15, 20 guys on and off. So I'd say like there's a couple companies in Vancouver that used probably back in the day, like when I first started getting into it, like 2010, 2009, they already had 15, 20 rope techs on their company. So I can't even imagine now how many guys they have or how many,
Right.
on hand. Right.
Right.
It's good to
Very
hear that
easily, I
we're
think.
not the only country in the world that's tired of getting taxed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think government
Yeah.
is. I think government's getting out of control. To be quite
Do you have
honest,
to?
with you.
Do you have to pay a carbon tax up there?
Let's talk about
We do.
revolution instead.
You have to play. You have to,
100%. I like where you're going with that.
Hang them high, baby.
Let's talk
Hang
about
'em
high.
revolution. I'm not a fan of this taxation.
they pay carbon tax, bro.
Yeah, they do.
Do you
they,
really?
They
Oh no!
they do, man. And I don't even know what it is. I don't even, like, every time you look at what you get taxed on or this, or they take out of your like, yeah, your T4s, which is basically what you can see our taxes or subductions, right? I don't even look because it's just depressing. It just makes you want to cry.
Right.
It really does.
Right.
Now,
right.
do you guys get a refund? You get a refund at the end of
We
the
get
year?
piddly, like I don't even know what the refund is. Like we get like a year, like maybe I think this carbon tax refund we got like maybe $180 all year.
I actually have a
That's-
question, and it's I
that's
hate to
nothing,
say this
you know?
and talk about these kind of things, but I just gotta know because you're from Canada, and it's not very often
Uh-huh.
that you get to talk to somebody from another country that speaks English so
Right.
well. I'm wondering
Right?
what I'm just saying. I'm not. That's not a slight. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What's the healthcare like up there? Is it as bad as it's made out to be?
Well, I think it just depends. It really has to do with like finding a really good like family doctor.
Okay.
Someone that's actually going to give a shit because you're not really paying for that service, right?
Right.
So you're going to have a lot of people that make their money. A lot of doctors that are just slashers. That are just like they get paid pretty much per patient, and they don't really care about actually putting in the work or caring for them. It's just more about the money and how many patients they can see or check off, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it really
Yeah.
has to do with who your
You
personal
just have
doctor.
to find somebody. You got to find a
doctor
general practitioner that's not a
Well,
scum.
Yeah.
last time
that cares. That actually
Yeah.
cares for
Yeah.
you, right?
Yeah, I was working at a Whole Foods and I ran into a Canadian couple that came down to visit, and we were sharing a table eating. And I said, "Can I ask you a question?" And this guy had to be in his mid to late 70s. Is the healthcare all it's cracked up to be like that we're told? And he said, "Well, let's put it this way. I'm in my 70s and I need a hip replacement, but they look at you as how much more time you have on the planet. is
Right.
going to dictate whether you're getting that hip or not. If they're going to
Wow.
put the investment
Right.
into you,
No
that's
kidding.
pretty scary. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So
there is
it's
a bit of a
it's
waiting list for sure.
so it's like an investment. They see. Are you saying they look at it as an investment,
Right. If
Mark?
they're
Is
going to
that
Yeah,
what
put
you
the
said? Dude,
money
that's
into you.
crazy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's also
makes
crazy
sense.
is if you have a hip replacement here, you might as well sell your house and your kid's house to pay for
Right.
it.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
so
Yeah, that's
friggin'
And then
nuts.
some.
expensive, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you
Dude, I
Like,
know,
we
got a
don't
bill
have
for my
like
kids
Canadians.
being born. If I
I
didn't
just
have
think
health insurance, that shit
there's
is nuts.
certain rights that we should be afforded as human beings, and one is not being taxed to death, and two is medical attention. The system is
100%.
for as I mean, all right. Say like if we pay just like just think about just like a 1% of your tax money going to doctors. All the doctors would be living fat paid, and you wouldn't have to worry
Yeah.
about going to the doctor or the dentist. You could just fat
The
pay
problem is
everybody that
it's
does
the
that
money
shit.
actually getting to them. You
That's
know what I mean?
that's
Like it's
yeah.
between you and the
Well,
doctor,
listen,
and then you have the bureaucracy that
we
fucks it
need
up.
$6,000
It needs to be
hammers.
privatized.
Yeah,
It needs
you
to be
know,
privatized and be done with it.
screws do cost $20 a screw. That is a
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yep. In the
You know?
military, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, in the middle,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
toilet seats cost like a couple grand. You know what I mean? Like you
Right.
got to have that space age shitter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just signed my
Yeah.
son up for private swim lessons today, and it was highway robbery. I'd have just thrown him in the water, dude.
That shit is
Right.
expensive. Dude.
That's what I did to my
I
son.
quit
I
on
just
that
throwed him
real
in the
quick.
water. You know what I mean? I just throwed him in the water. He did okay, dude. He's got it
Wait,
figured out.
you gonna John Wayne him? Just like
Yeah,
lob him in there?
Yeah, just I did. I just tossed him in the pool. You know what I mean? That's how else you supposed to do it.
Right.
That's
So,
hey,
hey,
you did it to your
what is
babies.
Jesse?
Didn't your babies
Yeah,
get
Jesse,
just
what is-
tossed in
yeah,
the
just-
water, Seth? There you
Yeah,
go.
well, I
dude.
mean,
What
you
is-
hold
what
them,
is-
but yeah.
What do the people
lose
of
them.
Canada think about us fighting the war for Israel against Iran?
Oh my god,
Oh my God.
Tim. No,
I
Tim.
like
Yeah,
it. It's a good question.
if you're someone like me with my viewpoints, we think it's a joke.
It is a
Oh,
joke.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter.
And,
It doesn't matter your opinion. It's all of that over there is craziness.
Yeah,
it is a joke.
That's all
It's like-
craziness.
Yeah, it is. It's nuts. It's in like why if you want to go down that route and say, oh, we're trying to liberate them and it's a oppressive regime. Well, take a look at other so-called repressive regimes. Are you guys invading them? Look at North Korea.
No.
I mean, like,
Anywhere
we gotta
there's
take your
natural
fucking pick,
resources to be had,
you know?
there's
Right?
Yeah.
a dictator that needs to be
oil,
overthrown.
minerals, gold.
We need
Yeah.
that money. You know what
You
I'm
know,
talking
It'd be a
about?
shame if a regime change
dude,
happened. Yeah.
I'm more worried about
We're
boots
not
on the
liberating
ground and having a 19-year-old son. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's
I don't want
scary.
boots on the
That's
ground.
hey, listen, that's
It's
scary.
scary,
That's
bro.
scary to even think about.
It's
To be quite honest with
scary.
you, I don't think warfare is. I mean, they might do that kind of warfare just to get rid of people, but they don't really need to fight that kind of war anymore. To be quite
No.
honest with you,
Technology.
technology's
changed
gotten to the
that,
point
yeah.
where I mean if the government really wanted to get after you, they just send them drones that were flying out over New Jersey for
100%.
Yeah.
we're
Right,
we're gonna
right.
be fighting robots, dude. That's what we're gonna be fighting. Robot
Right.
Terminators
Yeah.
style dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be terrible, you know what I mean? But we're just gonna have to make it work, fellers.
Honestly, we should just put it on pay-per-view and make it a boxing match between leaders. Dude.
Yeah.
Raise a bunch
Yeah.
of money, and if your guy's tougher, it wins.
There you
That's
go.
it.
That might be
Yeah.
cool. So
I
speaking
just-
of drones, Jesse, has the drone market for window cleaning shown up there like it has here?
I haven't seen. I mean, I've seen the videos. I've seen, and like I hate saying this, but they're not like it costs a lot of money to have that.
Mhm.
Like you hook up to a water source and
Yeah.
fly a drone with 400
I just
frickin'
seen one
feet of-
today.
like a water hose, and the pressure isn't going to be what it should be yet. And you can't put a squeegee properly on a window on a drone yet, like a robot.
Drones
So,
are
it's-
taking over
it's
high-rise
put
window
out there yet.
cleanings, according to the
You
internet.
know,
Yeah, just
that's
seen
not going
one
to be
today.
happening anytime soon, I don't think.
I mean, I could
Dude,
see
I just seen
specific
seen one
applications
today
for
at
that,
Ohio
but-
State Hospital.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, yeah, that's how they were cleaning it. That's
There's a
the
guy I
future.
sold a system to from North Carolina. I just sold him the system, and he's already like talking like he's going to get a drone to start doing it too, because he says he's got this really big contract, which from the numbers and everything, this guy's been in business for several years. He's just adding window cleaning to his repertoire so he can be like the one-stop shop for this particular customer that that he has. And the one company is doing the windows with a drone in certain areas, and he's like, I'm worried that if I don't get into it, they're going to end up taking it all from me. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Right.
So he's already like, psh, you know what I mean?
Proactive.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
the
proactive.
the insurance drops like
He
crazy.
says that the
man.
company
You know
is
what I
like,
mean?
he says the company that he's working for is just like, they don't like the lifts, the big lifts on the property. It just looks bad
Yeah, but
in their
well,
eyes.
then they have to accept better than it was, because I
Well,
don't give a
that's
shit what
and that's
anybody tells
and
you.
that's what he says.
It
He
ain't
says
clean.
that's what they're
Yeah.
they're already
But-
doing the windows in a
Yeah.
few spots.
You're talking big, tall atriums where it doesn't
Yeah,
matter because
they're-
nobody's going to
yeah,
see out
that's
those
they,
windows
they're
and shit.
they're
Yeah.
apparently
Yeah.
okay with that result. You know what I mean? They do
Yeah.
they do the really high parts with a drone, and then they do what's up, Luke? They do the the lower parts with water fed pole.
Well, it's
Right.
it's coming.
Yeah.
The guy's shop next to me builds drones for a living. That's what they do. And he has a couple government contracts. So I'm always picking his brain. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, for your application, he's like probably 10 to 15 years before it's like really viable,
Yeah.
affordable,
Right.
and probably doing a good. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's
well,
coming.
right
You just
now,
gotta
they're-
adapt to it.
It's coming.
Right now, they're like $60,000 to $70,000 for where my market is. You're gonna
Is
put
that
that
really
much of an
but
investment?
can I ask you guys something? Being both high rise guys, and I could be completely off base asking you this, but is that viable at 30 stories and 300 feet in the air?
No,
Like,
I think there's a limit on how high you can fly them to do a building, but I don't think it's 30 stories.
I just
I
seems
don't
super
know.
fucking
know.
dangerous, man. Because that thing's
Yeah.
gonna have to be
Yeah.
big to pull that kind of hose. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
No doubt.
I mean, so it's gonna have to be
I haven't.
huge.
I don't see anyone doing that late, or any company, or any of my friends. And I got friends all over Canada that do rope work, and no one's been like, "Hey, I've seen one of those drones try to clean a building," or yada yada yada.
It won't
So, I
be you
mean,
guys that'll see it. It'll
yeah.
be the new companies
Yeah.
coming in with the
Right.
innovation that'll
Yeah,
take
but
it.
will it?
You get what
But
I'm
here's
saying?
the thing: the building isn't going to pay more for that
That's right.
versus Jesse. Okay,
Yeah.
so Jesse gets $5,000 to clean a building. Do you
Sure.
think it's a viable thing to spend $60,000 to $70,000 on a piece
Yeah.
of equipment that's not going to give you the same results? Okay, over nose to glass. You know what I'm saying?
Marc,
I just
Marc,
don't see the ROI on it.
Think about a decade from now with AI. These buildings are going to just purchase a system that's going to every month it'll go out and do its thing.
Maybe.
Have the building.
Well, they've
mapped,
had
it'll
robotic
do all
window
that.
cleaning.
Yeah. Hey, that's why I'm
like for
staying
the
on the
Luxor.
ground and I'm cleaning
Those-
Wendy's.
Look,
Yeah.
I
Because
had
Wendy's
I
can't
had
afford a robot to clean their windows.
Right.
Right.
Mrs. Snooze Bottom can't fucking afford a window robot. You know what I'm saying? I got to
Yeah,
do
well,
it for her, you know
I
what I'm
had
saying?
a building manager call me up and said, "We need you to sit in on a presentation." What kind of presentation? It's a robotic window cleaner. She's like, "Don't worry, you're not losing your job, but we'd like you to be here because you're going to have
I'm
questions."
going to be
that we won't."
anti-Android, anti-robot. I'm going to start wearing shirts with like Bender on it with like a red
Yeah,
X.
it's
like
just
those-
Right.
clankers.
No.
So
Beat it, clankers.
Yeah.
this
beat
guy
it,
shows
clanker.
up with a video of this piece of equipment that has pure water and like car wash brushes. And the first thing it does is it maps out the building and writes the software theoretically for that building. So it always knows where it is. Okay. And then it starts to drop. Now, it doesn't work if there's overhangs. It doesn't work if there's any kind of transitions, but on straight glass buildings, it works. The problem is, so I was interested in the technology, and the building was interested until they
Mhm.
found out it was $1.5 million. Okay.
Yeah.
That building
Right.
looked at it and said, "We don't spend
Right.
$1.5 million on window cleaning in 20 years."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
the lifespan of that is not 20 years. There's no way.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
it
understand?
can't be, not mechanically. There's no way.
Right. Mechanically, you're going to be chucking money into that thing
Yeah,
to keep
yeah,
it moving.
yeah.
And by the time it breaks down, there's going to be something so much better out there. Anyway, it's another $2.5 million.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, the expense of high rise window cleaning literally is insurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's going to be your biggest expense in the whole deal.
And could you
I
imagine
honestly
what it's
think-
going to
knock
be?
out, man.
Yeah, but can you imagine? I mean, first of all, you're going to have to be a like FAA certified flyer
Oh,
to
for
use.
that drone, yeah.
Dude,
No
Oh, yeah.
question.
You can't
Dude,
use a
there's
drone
that.
to make
Yeah.
money unless you're
And-
certified.
Yeah.
Whether you're taking
Listen,
pictures or
Yeah.
anything.
in 10 years, we're buying cars that are going to drive us around. Those things are going to be mapped for buildings.
I'm
There
not
won't be
buying no
anybody
car that
using
drives
them.
me around, dude. I'm driving a 79 fucking F100. I don't give a
Right.
fuck with. That's it. I'm going straight carburetor.
So
When they start making cars drive for you, that's it for me. I'm
Right.
without
Yeah.
question running into the woods with my family and a shotgun. I don't trust any of. I'm leaving my phone, all electronics behind. It's Terminator days are
Yeah.
coming. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Quick question, and sorry it's not high rise. What's the fair average for window cleaning? I've been charging $7 per window per side, not per pane, and everyone is saying yes. Don't want to lose money, but want to stay fair. Seth,
That's
that's
$14
a
in
business
and
question
out.
for you, Seth. You tell him, Seth.
Yeah.
Tell him how it's different everywhere you are. He's in North Carolina though. I charge around $150 an hour. So that's about the best I can tell
Which is
you.
going to be dictated by how efficient you are over a
Right.
window pane price. How much
Well,
can
so
you
I mean,
do?
he's basically saying every 10 windows takes him an hour. Like if you did it in an hour, that's $140. So I mean, if everyone's saying yes and you're making $140 an hour, dude, keep killing it.
Right.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Right.
Yeah.
What works for you?
And if
I
you're
hate
wor-
this.
and if
I
you
hate this
and
whole
listen,
thing where it's like you got to charge this or that. Are you cool
well,
with
you
it?
know what I would
Good.
do, Cody, and this is what I do when I get to a place like during a season, and I'm like, man, dude, everybody's accepting my bids. I just raise the price on the next one. You know what I mean? Like until they're
Right.
like, no. You know what I mean? That's how
I
I
want to
raise
give
my
you some
prices.
advice, Cody.
And once you're a customer of mine, you're a customer of mine. I hardly
Right.
ever like.
Here's my advice, Cody.
Go ahead, Mark.
The last part of your statement says, I don't want to lose money. Well, only you will know if you're losing money. Run it like a business, not a hobby.
He says he's
or
slow
a
right now.
part-time
He's
job,
still new. He's
right?
still new.
If you need to run your company efficiently, $500 a day, let's just use that number, then you need to make sure you're pricing those jobs where you can do them in one day and make $500.
So
Okay.
listen to me. Go ahead.
No,
Finish.
go ahead, Tim.
I got a question. This is going to be long, so finish what you were saying.
No, so what I'm saying is there's no answer to that question. Every company is going to be different. Some people have a new truck payment. Some people have higher insurance premium. Some people have workman's comp. Some
guys just ask a question, want to know how
equipment.
much fucking money should I charge per window, and you turn it into fucking this.
Right.
God damn it,
listen,
Mark. The kid's brand
a guy
new,
that
dude.
has low overhead doesn't
He's like,
need as
sometimes
much.
you want 2 cans of chew instead of 1. You know what I mean? Sometimes your jean shorts aren't on sale.
Right.
TJ
like, dude,
and
I just
Seth,
want to know how much money to charge, dude.
Give me a ballpark number on what you would charge for 25 storm partitions. So that's partition windows with storm windows in them, triple track.
You're talking to me?
How much?
How much?
Yeah, how much would you guys?
How many?
25 of them.
25.
So it's partition windows.
Probably like $600-700.
Can you pick a round number? Can you pick a round number like 20 or 30?
Probably.
If it was 20,
it's exactly
$600 or $700.
No, it's exactly 25. It's the Java. Okay.
I went 650.
I went 544, and I was the highest bidder out of 4
I'd be like
companies.
$600-700.
So
I
the thing is,
I ain't trying to
high
take
on
no
every
storm windows apart, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck you.
No, it's just it's storm
I might even
partitions
look at the
too.
house
So now
and
you're
see
doing
how big it
partition
is.
windows.
I
You know
might
what I
be
mean?
like $800. I'm like, I'm gonna be here all day.
I didn't think I was high. I know I was lower than normal. So it just pissed me off that out of 4 companies I was the highest.
Yeah, but
did
you want to do that job at the end of the day?
You have to look at it as if you're the higher bidder and
I
you
still want
didn't
the
get
job.
it, you don't need it. Move on.
No, I'm trying to raise prices, and that's last year's prices.
I close like 70% on standard windows. On anything with storms, I'm closing at like 25 to 30% because I don't.
I haven't gotten a storm.
If I get it,
I haven't gotten a storm window job in 3 years. Not one. Everyone I've been there like, what? I'm like, hey, I'm just letting you know, brother.
I love Pellas. I can't stand triple track, man. I'm done with it. You know what I mean?
I think I'm like around $30 an opening. $35 an opening.
So storm partitions were minimum.
I just don't want to do it.
25 window basically.
I don't want to do
window
it.
basically.
I'm trying to not do that. And if I have to do it, if I have to do French panes or tear fucking windows apart, you better believe I'm charging you.
And she wanted this
of
shit
money.
vacuumed out too. She wanted the sills vacuumed out on all 25 windows. Like, and I'm still the
Yeah,
highest bidder. Like,
I do
what are
that
we
on
doing
every
here?
storm job I do. Anyway,
I
so
don't
that's part of it,
unless I'll charge you extra for that, but I was
Listen,
throwing it in.
That's why you have to get
This
those
in-
zero. You have to get those neat track vacs that
Track
they sell,
brush,
like
yeah.
$20
This
for a little
industry, whether
vacuum.
you're here
I'm
or
gonna
over
have
the
to.
border, there's always going to be someone that's willing to work for milk money.
Well,
And
there's a
that's
difference.
part
Like
of the problem.
Cody is not going to go to a job. Like I'm going to go to a job, and he's going to see that job. Like, man, I could make some money. It's going to take me some time. I need this job. And then
With
there's
the
me. Like
experience,
I've been doing this for 22 years. I don't want to do this, and I
Anymore.
charge an
Right.
arm and a leg.
That's where I got to
You know,
get.
I mean, there's a lot of things that I used to do. You know, I used to do strange things for money, guys. Yeah. Yeah.
I know what you're up to.
You know what I mean? But
Finger
there
and
were some
buttholes.
times where I guess technically you could say I hoard myself out. You know what I mean? It's like what I would do now, I would never do some of these things. Like, man, what was I thinking? You know what I mean? I didn't charge them enough, or how long it took me. And then they're like, why are you raising the price? So I'm like, it's just not enough for me to deal with this anymore. You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it
it's
depends
just
on how
not.
hungry you are.
Yes.
When I brought my
Well, here's-
son home, I was trying to figure out how I'm going to feed this kid. I would have done it for less.
Right.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, no
whatever
question.
it takes.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I've done for less, but
Right.
This is that time of year where you're still like, because we're coming out of winter, and it's
they
like
need
I
to
feel
come back into
unemployed,
stock.
and you're
ahead.
waiting on that. You're waiting on those phones to ring, and you're not. You know, it's every fucking year. You're like, those phones
dude,
aren't gonna ring this year.
yeah, but
You know
I've been
what I mean?
doing that. I've been doing that since before I even owned the business. When I was just cleaning windows for the dude that owned it, I was sitting around like, somebody's out cleaning all the windows.
Right.
In the wintertime,
I need to do all of
it. You know what I mean? Like like in the wintertime, even still to this day, even though I don't really have to worry about that anymore, I'm always like internally like, man, I should be out in this 0-degree weather cleaning windows like an idiot, just so everybody knows I'm the window guy. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I've never seen more companies coming out of the woodwork than I have this spring. It is crazy.
Well, you find what you're looking for, though. You know what I mean? When you're looking for it, you find.
I'm not stressed.
No, I mean, it's like when
like
someone says like you buy a blue car and then all you see are blue cars.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like when that's all you're thinking about, that's all you see. You know?
Yeah, that's probably. Well, I get all the sponsors because they keep putting window cleaner in their tags, which is an idiot. Don't ever do that. Don't ever put window cleaner in your tags on anything, because it'll all be going to us.
Yeah. Jesse, so I know the East Coast of Canada pretty well, and I know like the style of windows. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Boston, so not far from like Montreal, Quebec City. Do you guys run into triple track storms over on the West Coast, or is that kind of not a thing for you guys?
Like storms?
Yeah, like storm windows. Yeah.
Oh, not really. No, not really. No, very rarely.
I was gonna say, because you guys are more like, I know it's Canada, but you're more like temperate, and it's like it feels like it's newer.
Yeah, we don't really have those, to be honest. I haven't really off the top of my head. I'd say,
I hardly see them. I hardly see them anymore myself.
Yeah.
You know,
I see them a lot here because we have old houses.
I mean, that's different where you're at.
That's where I live.
Anything around here,
horrible in Pittsburgh.
A lot of stuff is definitely changing as far as when I see a lot of older homes that have those spec architectural windows that are they look like old windows, but they're not. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. So
we get that too.
It's wild how much winter impacts my mood. These occasional nice days right now make me incredibly happy. And when I come home from a long day in the sunshine, I seriously feel a huge boost in my overall mood. Well, that's the vitamin D. You know what I mean? That's honestly what that is. Right. It's the vitamin, that sun, that sun burning your skin. Yeah. I need the sun to recharge my battery right now. I'm thinking about going
this weekend's going to be badass as shit.
I think I'm going to go on a water cleanse, and I'm going to move into the woods, and I'm going to start a revolution, dude. This podcast is that's what I want to do now.
All through life talk.
Yeah, just give it all up. What's up, Charles? Yeah, I just want to, just piss it all away, dude. You know what I mean? Let's live like animals, because we're gonna be fighting the drones soon, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be the clankers versus us.
Clankers versus clankers versus meat bags, dude. It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, dude, meat bags are definitely gonna win that.
we're totally gonna win, dude.
Dude, we're winning meat bags.
Dude. We don't
totally.
I mean, I watched someone eat a cheeseburger, then wipe their face with the wrapper. Dude. We're not losing.
We're not losing.
No, we're savages.
Yeah, dude, you're right.
We're cavemen with cool weapons.
Well, we don't need
electricity.
that's all. We don't need electricity to live, and we could easily.
I'm good till the bullets
if I just pull the power, brother.
Yeah, that's it, brother. That's
right.
it.
Oh.
How are the gun laws up there, Jesse?
Oh my God. Yeah, they're terrible, man. They're terrible.
Yeah.
You have to register everything. Yeah, you can't it's
That's
like you gotta have a trigger lock on your guns, and they gotta be in the safe, and your ammo's gotta be elsewhere.
Yeah.
It's just a nightmare as far as the gun laws. Everything's got to be licensed, registered. You got to get a permit to move your weapons from point A to point B.
Really? So what's the sense of having them at that point?
It's just disgusting.
Yeah.
Dude, Canada used to be the shit.
Mike said that Zane's mom's
It
getting
did.
vitamin D after the podcast.
Dude, I remember I went to Canada a lot from 04 to 2010.
Must stick my dick in the mashed potatoes. Go Hogs!
That is the smoothest
I could go to
I've ever
Montreal and
felt
drink
going in and out.
It was sick.
There you go, Zane.
I used to
hope
love
Zane's
it.
listening. Are you listening, Zane?
Zane's
Must stick my dick in the mashed potatoes. Go Hogs!
That is the smoothest pole I've ever felt going in and out.
Yeah. NPCs are gonna go rogue, dude. But we're gonna use the NPCs like they're gonna be our robots.
Yeah, there are
Sean,
meat bags.
We're gonna tell the NPCs that we know that to go. They're the meat bags. We're the ones that send them out. You know what I'm saying? We send out the NPCs.
Hey, Jesse.
We're the generals.
Yes,
they're the guys that go and do stuff.
We can walk around with our guns all the time.
I know you can, and I'm highly jealous.
Yeah, I can mow my lawn with my AR-15 slung around me if I wanted to.
Right.
I mean, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I would never do that, but because I don't want nobody to know that I have any kind of things that you could do anything with.
And Florida became open carry, but you don't see people walking around with it. But they passed a law this year. Well, there was a law back on the books that nobody knew about. If you were hunting or fishing, you could open carry a weapon. So you could walk down the street with a gun as long as you had a fishing pole in the other hand.
That dude that used to do that. There's a dude that used to do that on the internet constantly, nonstop. You'd always see clips of him in Florida with a giant fucking gun slung around his shoulder and carrying this little ass fishing pole.
And a pocket fisherman.
Yeah, it's so hilarious, dude.
We have open carry and concealed carry.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I live in one of the most
for the concealed. Do you have to get a permit for that?
No.
No.
And you don't need a permit.
Not anymore.
In most places, But the difference here is
like constitutional carry.
If you have constitutional carry, right? If you have a concealed carry, you could walk into a gun store or a gun show and leave with the gun. If my son just bought his first weapon and he doesn't have concealed carry, and so he had to wait 7 days for the cooling off period, and then you can go pick up your firearm.
That makes sense.
So once you buy your first tier, it's 3 days, but then after that you can just go in and buy another one. You don't have a waiting period after the first one.
Right.
Yeah, I don't carry a gun anywhere. You know what I mean? Because I kind of feel like
I have one in the truck at all times.
Yeah.
I don't have one. I
got one in the truck.
myself.
I don't.
I got one in the desk. I got them everywhere. My house is.
I don't trust. Dude, it's getting wild down here, bro.
There's too many. Wild west down here. The first rule of gunplay is you ain't got a gun. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got it. I don't know what you're talking about,
dude.
And if you're running around with a semi-automatic pistol in your truck and not a wheel gun, what are you really doing?
Yeah,
what are you really doing? Because I'm not trying to leave no brass behind or nothing. That's why I don't carry a gun on me at all times. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. You pull me over, only thing I got is a bag of hot dogs or something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing on me.
I got me some hot dogs.
I got me some hot. I'm gonna hit you upside the head with a glizzy. Yeah, I love me some glizzies. Hey, Craig and Grace had glizzies tonight. They had chili glizzies. I was super duper jealous. At the end of this podcast, we're gonna play a 2-minute video of Craig modifying. This is one of my favorite, because there's a bunch of tool mods out there. There's always a guy trying to do something with a tool, but Craig does this deal that I love. It's perfect. If you guys stick around and watch it, it's pretty. I mean, it's actually, if you have an extra light brush laying around and you need a what you want to call her, like you just need a ledge easy handle, man. It's super nice, bro. Super nice. I like to use it for like 12-foot. Like I put it on my trad pole and I put this brush on there. Just the way the Ettore handle works with that, it just puts the brush right on the glass at the perfect angle, man. I crushed that fucking hospital and that what do you want to call her? That dealership. Oh, I love it. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. That thing Craig gave me. I don't use it in the hand, but on the end of a 12-foot trad pole, it's money. It's money. It's money. You'll see
like that
at the end.
I like that. I've seen. Well, he was talking about it at the convention, and I think I've seen him post something on it. But it looks cool.
It's cool. Well, there's a little video at the end. We'll play at the end here. It's pretty good. It's nice. It's nice. It's good.
Hell yeah, dude.
I shot. Me and Grace shot. What's in the lunchbox today? Craig said he didn't want to be a part of it, but he talks about most of the way through
The whole
it
time,
in the
yeah.
background.
No, Grace, just show him how you open the lunchbox, Grace.
Yeah, dude, I love Craig, man.
Wish you would shut up.
See, me and Jeremy are from Ohio. I carry everywhere. I just don't let it be known. See, yeah, I just
Nothing
don't.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
No.
So Jesse, what's it like getting window cleaning supplies? You have to obviously, if you were to buy from WCR, you got to pay a bunch of taxes,
duty and stuff.
Over,
so
right?
what's your window cleaning store up there?
Well, there's various different there's stuff like generics like Acme cleaning supplies, or there you have specialty kind of stores that are more have to do with rope access work, right?
But you're talking about a janitorial supply store that would have window cleaning.
That's right. Yeah,
do you have an
right.
online store like a WCR?
Distributor.
Yeah, distributors.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure there's. I've always just kind of been using whatever company supplies me with, and the odd time I'll buy I'll buy an Ettore handle, or I'll have a certain thing that I like, like your weapon of choice. But me myself, there's lots of different websites where you can order stuff from. I just haven't really never had to do that yet,
Yeah.
Because it's always been by supplied by the company I'm working for, right?
But I don't think there's anything the equivalent of a WCR in Canada, meaning
I'm not
someone that's got
with WCR,
majority of them.
so yeah, I wouldn't know.
There is a supplier. I just don't know it offhand that I see on.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there has to be somebody, but you're your descender, right? I'm sure.
Yeah.
You have a particular one that you like to use.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And so when you go to another company, you're like, hey, I want to use this. Or...
They usually they'll usually cater, if you have a specific tool of choice or make, and they'll already one for you usually, or you can use that. But most of the stuff you just use that the company supplies you with, unless you're super picky on what you want to use.
Right.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
That makes sense.
All comes down to preference choice, and if you don't want to use what the company supplies you with, then order your own. But with ropes, you should never use your own. If you're doing, unless you're working for yourself or subcontracting, you never want to use your own ropes in case you get a cord shot and then you get $600 goodbye, or $1,000, whatever you fucking spent. And now, you know what I'm saying?
So Jesse, have you ever had any close calls, falls, or anything similar?
Oh God, yeah, I did once. I was kind of illegally rigged up my ropes, which is obviously a big no-no. So basically, bolted and basically bolted in how I'm drawing a mind fuck right here, but a balcony, you have a balcony glass, right? Then you have your uprights to post. So I kind of used a sling to wrap my for my anchors around the footing around the glass parts, right? So I was using the big twist lock one action carabiner for both my working line.
An auto lock, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But just to, we just twist it just to one, right?
Right.
Not to screw gate. And
Yeah.
I missed the window, and like say about 10 feet to the right side of me, and I missed that window. And I'm pretty lanky and strong, so I swung over there, and somehow because it dragged the carabiner onto the concrete block on the ground, it opened the gate.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Not good. So I basically so I basically pendulumed about 10 feet and dropped at the same time before my backup caught me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
scary shit, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
It wasn't fun. And I was
So did the
kind of
rope come out of the carabiner, or the fact that the gate was open compromised the beaner?
my knot basically just came right out of the beaner.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
And then my safety caught me, and I was right above gas down, and I looked around. My heart was thumping, and I realized that my rib cage just doesn't just protect you from exterior, like say getting shot, but it also protects your heart from jumping out of your chest too.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And
Right.
I instantly knew how the rigging gave out because I looked at my rigging before I went over the edge, and I'm like, okay, that's and I didn't think anything of it, and I just went and did the drop, and I already knew how my rigging gave out, and so once I calmed down, I'm like, okay, I'm alive, so I should deal with this, and I got out my hand ascender and I went through the motions, and I climbed up my safety, and then once I finished running around the building with all the adrenaline, I did 4 more drops and still finished
Yeah.
that.
If you didn't get right back on that horse, it probably
I would
wouldn't
have
have
been
happened.
done. Everyone
Yeah.
I know that's taking a hit, it's like at least they take the day off or their ends their career. But I did 4 more drops after I calmed down, and I still finished that building that day.
There you go. There you go.
Let's get back on the horse.
Yeah.
What about are there a lot of accidents in Canada every year?
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
scary shit.
You know, we hear some shit on this show when we do these. You know what I mean? These
I bet.
This month of high rise stuff, we hear some shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I could probably think of some more little, like not like actually hits like that, but other little things like or pictures. Like I don't know if I come on again on a
crazy,
podcast,
man.
but I could probably think of. Yeah, it's nuts, man. The stuff you see or what painters do that aren't certified or know how to tie a proper knot or like don't know how to dress a knot properly or stuff like that. Or they use like a little like 3 mil poly rope to attach their freaking their pressure washer cable to that think it's gonna hold on an anchor type shit where you're like, are you fucking kidding me, mate? Like stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's unreal.
Yeah.
It's like so having a course behind you, knowing how to tie knots, dress them properly, and yada yada yada, really can be the difference between you killing yourself or killing other people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's important,
100%.
man. It's important. We have a couple of safety guys, well known and very good at what they do on here every year. You know what I mean? It's kind of like part of the deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's safety is super important, man. You know what I mean? Because geez, dude. Yeah.
Is there a lot of water fed pure water window cleaning in Canada?
Like for like water fed pole stuff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. We got water fed poles that we can use on the ground that'll reach 5 floors up.
Yeah. And so it's common like here everybody's a window cleaner that buys one. Yeah.
Like if you got like a 5-floor warehouse, we just use water fed pole, man. We don't need to set up ropes up there or get a lift or a genie or anything like that. We just
if you wanna buy something like water fed pole race, right there's my phone number. Call me and I'll sell it to you. I'll sell it to you.
It looks like
shoot me a text message. I'll sell you stuff right there in the middle of the screen.
Dude, do you have the matching shirt with the matching jacket and the matching hat?
This is showing Sean some love. If you
is drippy tea.
Tim,
this is drippy
listen,
tea.
No, listen to this. Tim, listen to this. So you know that meme I shared is like my goals, my homies, me, my dick, my haters. If you zoom in on the dude that's got his dick, LeBron's got his dick in his face. If you zoom in on that, the guy's last name is Hart. HART.
Oh,
Sean
shit.
sent me a message. He's like, "Am I one of your haters?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He showed the meme, and I was like, "Dude, no, that ain't got nothing to do with you."
That's
and then
really getting
and then
old.
he zoomed it in real close, and it showed the back of the guy's jersey. It's even spelled like his last name.
That's hilarious.
Dude,
yeah,
I
That's
laughed
hilarious.
for 20 minutes, man. Both my sides are still hurting from laughing. That was so damn
Subliminal.
funny, dude.
Think about it. Yeah,
I would have never, I never
for
even
you.
noticed the name. I posted that meme like 4 years ago, come up in my memories. I'm like, "Ooh, that's a good one." So I shared it on the Squeegee Life page instead, and it's his guy's last name is Hart. I'm like,
That's
"Man,
hilarious,
dude, my bad, dog."
man.
So I had to put this full Sean gift to
Outfit
TJ
on?
gear. I had to put the whole thing on. Sean hooked me up with this. Yeah, 0 bros for life.
Hell yeah.
So
brother.
there's a Canadian
Team no
window cleaning
NPCs.
supplier, windowcleaningstore.com, and they got the World Enterprises scraper you can buy. So there you go.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Window cleaner store or what is it? Windowcleaningstore.com. Canadian.
Tim's like, "Oh, excuse me, let me get my bifocals out so
Yes.
I can
I have to, dude.
Yes,
I'm old as fuck
dude.
now.
Look,
I know it happens
And
to
I
us
got
all,
a
brother.
birthday this month. It sucks.
What are you, 51?
It'll be 51, yeah. Fuck.
You old
Oh, man.
fucking crusty
So-
Oh
bag.
man.
Jesse, you do a lot of construction cleaning.
We have the odd. I hate first cleans because you
Yeah.
got to scrape pretty much every
Yeah.
fucking window, and I like going fast. I'm built for speed.
Yeah. Yeah. Scratched
So, like,
glass
you
a big
got-
issue up there?
Sorry.
Scratched glass, is that a big issue up there in
Yeah,
Canada?
it can be. I mean, we all know how not to do that. Like certain glass, you just can't scrape them, right?
Right.
You always got to scrape in one direction. You can't just go crisscrossing like fucking tic-tac-toes or anything,
Right.
you know. But like,
Jesse,
I
how
like
much you
going
weigh?
fast. How much
How
do
much
I
you
weigh?
weigh? Yeah.
Right now, I probably weigh about
In pounds,
170.
don't give
What?
Yeah.
170.
170.
Yeah.
So,
He's
6'5",
big and tall.
170.
Yeah.
6'5", 170. That
That
dude's
reach,
arms
man.
And
are
you
like,
got some reach on
Oh,
you.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I got a 6'5" reach, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been in construction since I was 20. So
6'5" reach, you could do a hell of a cartwheel, huh?
Oh, dude, he's like a tree frog, my friend. He could just grab every side of the whole thing.
Do a cartwheel
you guys think I'm skinny.
Yeah.
That's 6'5", 170.
I'm lanky. Don't get me. But like, I've been hired just for my height alone. Just for my height alone.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, people like,
makes
"You're
sense.
hired, mate. You're 6'5". I don't need a step stool.
I get
or a
dudes that
little
comment
ladder.
on my fucking videos all the time. They're like, "Why are you using a pole?" I'm like, "Because I'm only fucking 5'11", dude. I can't reach 8 feet in the fucking air,
Yeah.
guy. My
Right.
bad." You know what I mean?
I don't want to be on my tippy toes
Yeah,
in the
dude.
video.
I'm not
right?
standing on my tippy toes in a video ever. You know what I mean? It ain't
No,
never
dude.
happening.
Butt crack
Right.
hanging out.
Never happened.
No, you can. It's like drinking out of a straw in front of your buddies. Like you just can't.
Yep.
It's nice, but you can't do it. You know what I mean? You can't be on
Right.
tippy toe cleaning
Ever.
the window. and
Never.
Not feel
Can't.
a little,
Yeah.
little
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Little
I'm not a
something.
ballerina. You know what I'm
Yeah. So
Mark,
how's the
Mark walks around with those the drywall stilts.
Yeah, all the I'm on them right now.
Yeah.
saying? I mean, I don't know if you're on
How's
him right
the,
now, but you're definitely sitting in
He's
a booster
almost
seat.
5'8".
Yeah. How's the route work market up there, Jesse? Have you ever considered hanging up your ropes and cleaning storefronts?
Yeah, that's been on my mind actually the last couple of years. If I should start my own company, I had a chance years ago to maybe take on a few buildings on top of working for a company in Vancouver. But I just wasn't mature enough. This was like right after I kind of got certified. I wasn't mature enough or like together enough, I should say, mature to start my own company at that time. Whereas now I could definitely have the know-how and the maturity to start my own company. Just wasn't the proper timing when I had that opportunity almost handed to me, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, when the time is right, you'll know. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
how old are you,
Absolutely.
Jesse? Because I'm just wondering.
I just turned 45.
Yeah, so you're getting
Oh,
to
you're
a
old
point
enough.
where
Yeah.
there are guys that
I'm
go
not
well
there.
into their 50s, but there's also
Yeah.
guys that say, yeah, it's enough.
You're not the old man on this show, dude. I think
Yeah.
it's
No, I know
we're
that's
the
all
old man.
40s and 50s here.
Oh,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm
I'm
46.
probably am I the youngest?
Yeah.
I'm 46.
I'm the youngest and I'm 41. So
Okay.
I'm
okay.
46. Marc's 63.
78 years old.
63.
He's 78.
59.
Tim's 50.
59.
Tim's 50.
I'm 50, yeah.
50.
You're 59, Mark?
Yeah.
Holy
Damn,
shit.
you're almost
Fuck.
60, big dog.
Yeah.
When's your
Time to
60th?
retire.
When's 60?
When's
April.
your 60th and when are we invited to your 60th
April?
birthday?
April.
Yeah, are we invited to your...
I'm coming down. Hey, I'm coming down for my aunt's 60th, May 30th.
Bring her over.
Bring her up.
I'll let you come over.
Marcus,
Mark's like, here, I'm sure my
he didn't even mean anything by bringing her over. He's just like, bring her over.
He didn't hesitate with Love Mark, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. Fucking Mark.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Damn, 60, huh, dude? Damn.
Time to quit.
Old
Man.
ass man.
House will be paid for, no
It's not
debt.
called quitting, it's called retiring, Mark.
Yeah. No, I'll
Forget
never
it's
quit
retiring.
cleaning windows. I'll never quit cleaning windows, man. I just, when I don't do it for several days, I miss it. I don't miss dealing with employees and business issues.
Mhm.
So it'd be honest. It'd be nice to not have to do it, but want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a whole different outlook when you want something to do. Like I would probably really try to build some cool shit
Mhm.
that would take precedence over any piece of route that I kept. But
Mhm.
I mean, look, when you're doing it as long as I have, and my company's over 25 years old now, I have some customers that I've had them for more than 25 years because I got them from my dad.
Right.
They're like family. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And it's like, how am I going to not show up with these people?
Yeah.
They've been paying me for 30 years. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of the way
So
I feel about
in your
that
blood,
franchise
yeah.
that I've been doing all these years. Man, I don't need to be out there in the wintertime, but it's kind of, I
Right.
feel bad not doing it. You know what I mean? It's like, man,
Right.
I got to show up for this guy. You know what I mean? He's like fucking
Yeah.
got me through thick and thin, this guy. That
Right.
franchise that I
You
work
guys,
for. I mean,
I have customers
yeah.
that have told I have a customer at a restaurant. We've been doing it over 20 years, and he once came to me and said, he says, Mark, I appreciate every time I've ever called you, whether it's after a hurricane or whatever, you're always here.
Mhm.
And he goes, we've been working together about 20 years. I go, you want to hear something frightening? Was that at that time when he told me this, I said, when I started cleaning your windows, I brought a newborn home.
Uh-huh.
I go, now my kid's going to college.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that is fucking scary.
Mhm.
In the blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like,
That's
I've been here
fast.
every week for over 20 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've
know?
got one job that I've been a part of since mid 90s,
Oh,
but
wow.
I have it now.
Uh-huh.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Yeah.
I've always been there at
Yeah.
some point since the 90s.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now buildings are a different thing. And I'm sure Jesse knows this. At
Yeah.
least here in Palm Beach, about every 7 to 10 years, most buildings either sell or new management takes them over. So now you're working for somebody different.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
like they could go into, like I get a call from a building that they're like, well, we went through the files and you like have been here longer than any tenant in the building.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it's like, am I getting an office now? You know what I'm saying? It just like, you've just made it through the cut every single time. And of course, a new broom sweeps clean. You can't keep them all, but it becomes so part of your life and your routine. That's why COVID fucked us up so bad. Because
Yeah.
it was like, everybody
I don't
was
think things
mentally
have
wanting
ever
their
been. I don't think
routine.
things have ever been the same. To be honest with you.
No,
It's
they haven't.
like it's like 9/11.
Yeah.
9/11 and then
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
It's like you can
Yeah.
It's like
remember
restaurants
before and
got
after,
worse.
Yes.
They got
Restaurants
worse
got
and they got
Restaurants definitely
dirtier.
Restaurants got
Dude,
way
all
worse.
the
Yes.
Yeah.
all the Chipotle canceled window cleaning service around here.
Oh,
They're the
yeah.
Dude, I mean,
dirtiest fucking
the
hot
restaurants.
mess.
I mean, you can't get nobody to work those jobs anymore, dude.
Right.
They
Yeah.
got a taste of
But
let's
to
not
cancel the
fucking work
window
at all.
cleaning,
Dude, I have a
I
Ruby.
mean,
I have a Ruby Tuesday 5 miles from my house that I don't know how they even open the doors. There's like 1 to 2 cars in the parking lot all day long. I'm like, what is going on with this place?
Yeah.
Because the food
Right.
quality has dropped. I don't know how it is in Canada, but
Mhm.
our quality of restaurants and food sucks.
it's
Dude,
now.
I
horrible.
haven't seen a Ruby Tuesday in
Yeah.
fucking forever, dude.
I probably have
haven't
the
either.
last one near me, man.
I think
haven't
you might
either.
have the last one on Earth.
There's
Yeah.
one up north, a town up north, but yeah, ours became an IHOP.
Yeah.
What I miss, we ain't gotten around here is Denny's. We don't have any Denny's around here. You got to drive like a half
have a
hour or
Denny's
better
local.
to go to a Denny's, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Where
her
is the
brother,
home
hey,
of the
sometimes her
Denny's?
brother needs a moons over my hammy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes.
We're getting,
Yeah.
hey, we're getting a Waffle
Sometimes
House.
I need a moons over my hammy with like two
I'm
sides
so
of hash
excited about a
browns. You know
Waffle
what I
House.
mean? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
We
Sometimes
got
you
a
just
Denny.
gotta have that.
There's the Denny's out on 70.
So
I ain't
you
got none
guys
of that stuff.
in Canada recovered after COVID?
Oh God, no, not at all.
Damn, I'm sorry
At
to
my
hear that,
personal
Chase.
opinion, no,
So it's the
not
same as
even
here.
close.
Yeah, it's the
No.
same.
Yeah, a
Same
long
thing here.
ways to go. Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever
He
recover.
said
To
all
be
you
honest,
all
with,
you
with
guys
our,
have up
with
there
our
is Tim
prime
Hortons.
minister.
Tim Hortons is fucking
Yeah.
pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh,
Tim Hortons is pretty good.
it's a
Dude.
big, it's a
I
big,
like
it.
it's a big. Yo, hey, my uncle Mike used to love him some Tim Hortons. They actually,
I
I
had
think
two
they still
Tim
stop
Hortons.
and get him Tim
Yeah.
Hortons and put it on his headstone or some shit. It's yeah,
They do.
you love that shit.
We got 7 brews around here, man. They're just killing it.
We had one here that
got
didn't
tons
make
of
it.
Timmy
Yeah.
O's. We got tons of Timmy O's. We got Denny's. We got IHOPs. We got
Yeah.
Arby's.
Donaires.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got
tons
Arby's.
of Donaires. Yeah,
Got
Arby's.
that
We got
roast beef.
I love
Yeah.
when Seth drinks on camera. It's always out of the side of his mouth. It's no matter what he's drinking, it's out of the side of his mouth.
That's so I can talk
what
shit with
he
the other
does.
side of my mouth.
I know.
Bro, he
That's
does
what it
that
is.
live in person when
I
he's
know.
drinking a beer.
I know.
He does the
I've
same
seen
shit.
I've seen him do it in person.
I've been doing it
Yeah.
since the day I popped out my mom's womb. Bro.
Yeah, dude.
That's how I've been doing
Yeah,
it. Side
dude.
sipping with the paint trip.
Yep, and Jesus is okay with it because he went in tonight and asked him, and he said it's cool, dude.
They did.
So
He parted the Red Sea for
Yes.
us.
There's definitely
we are
a
friends of
nipples around the
Jesus on
corner
this
joke in there,
podcast
but
now.
I'm not going to say it.
This podcast is turning another leaf. We're all on
Yes.
Jesus. We're all on the Jesus train right now, dude. All of us are.
Right.
We all
know.
started reading the Watchtower.
I didn't start
No,
doing
no.
that. I
Put
didn't
that
start
thing
doing
away.
that.
Yeah.
You
Do
can
you
put
have a
that-
lot of Jehovah's Witness up there, Jesse?
well, where I am right now in the prairies, Saskatchewan,
None
we're
anymore,
kind of in the
dude.
Bible Belt. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it is pretty. The Bible Belt, we do have quite a bit of a Christian population, I would say. Jehovah's
Yeah.
Witnesses, Mormons, a lot of Hutterites and Mennonites too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately.
Dude, when I went to that convention, that's the first time I've ever seen like window cleaning Mennonites in my life, dude. Did you see all those dudes? I'd never seen. I'm like, yo, these guys clean windows, dude. I had no idea.
Yeah,
No
I didn't know
idea.
that, but that's the first.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming they're Mennonites because I was like, Amish people wouldn't be. At
Mike
a
Nichols
convention
said-
in Orlando.
Well,
Hey, Mike
definitely
Nichols
not.
said Canada has a picture of cancer on the pack of cigarettes.
They do.
That's fucking
Oh, yeah.
rad, dude.
Oh, we do. Oh,
Really?
I wish I had a
That's
pack of cigarettes
awesome,
to show
dude.
you guys right now. Maybe next time I'll have a pack of cigarettes and
That would
show
make me
you the
want to
labels.
smoke
but
more
it's all
cigarettes.
over.
though.
That's
All
crazy,
over the
man.
labels.
Well, I mean, it's at least
Yeah.
they're not false advertising. Like, listen, this shit's bad for you. You shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess it's
Dude,
not.
it's a
I
retirement.
mean,
It's my
I miss the
retirement
days
clause.
of getting a Joe Camel jacket with every 2 packs you purchase. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I want to
Oh,
save
my
Marlboro miles again. What are we doing with our lives? You know what I'm saying?
Right. What are we
I can remember
doing,
when
dude?
I first started smoking, cigarettes were like $2.75 a pack.
Seth, you know what you should do
And
is
they're
get it
a
on your
buck
right
a
arm
pack.
instead of your left.
15. Well, this is where the mic is.
Yeah, well, you should
Like
move
on
it so
that.
you're in frame instead of being a straight
I
goober.
don't want to be in frame.
Bro,
So is
when
so
I-
Look at
so
me
listen.
anyways,
Is
dog.
it the same Instagram or are you switching up? Are you done? Like you got to let me know where to start sending my goy slop to.
Oh, I got like 2 weeks before that lady takes over, so we got time to.
Okay.
We
keep
got
sending-
time, brother.
Keep sending the memes, brother.
I don't want
Keep
to. I don't
sending
want
the
her to look
reels.
at your history and shit and see who you really are.
I mean, she knows who I am.
She
She'll
knows
figure
who I
it out. Yeah.
You know,
I
he's
pay
only
you,
doing
mind your
it so
P's
it's
and
her
Q's.
house that
Mind
gets
your
rated.
P's and Q's,
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah. Just don't click on things that you. I mean, the worst culprit is your dad. Your dad sends me the most out of pocket stuff I've ever seen in my life. I have to like sometimes not watch it because I'm like my algorithm's screwed up now.
Yeah, Mike Nichols was complaining that you've ruined his algorithm while we were at the
I did.
IWCA. I feel like Seth, like when my algorithm gets kind of out of whack, I gotta like send Seth a few so he can get me straight again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me
Give me a couple.
get me back on the straight and narrow.
Yeah. Who's sending you a thumbs down?
Huh? Did I just do that?
Oh yeah, did it?
No, somebody
That's weird.
sending me a text message while we're doing the
Oh.
podcast. We're gonna see who it is. so we can yell at them
It's tight.
publicly.
Yeah, we need to shame them.
Oh, I don't know, some dude.
Public shaming.
I probably just.
So, anything else, Jesse, you want to share with us? This is
not off the top of my head.
Way to put him right on the spot there, Mark. I mean, what a
no.
We'll just ask him a fucking question.
I did have a bit of a most of the kind of things I did mention, but like maybe next time, like I'll bring up some topics, but the majority of it, I said, I kind of just took Mark's cue and just tried to keep it like organic.
Yeah.
And just like not so scripted, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Right. Well, we've learned that
right.
scripted.
Yeah,
we want the podcast to go where it's going to go.
That's the best way to do it. Because if you try to,
right?
if you like, if you got like a punch list of fucking cool things that you say over and over again, it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking hang out.
Positivity, dude.
Yeah.
Positivity, brother.
Fuck off, Seth. I'll punch you in your stupid face. There's some positivity. I'll punch you in your big, stupid fucking head, dude.
So do they have, in Canada, they have any kind of,
yeah,
like we have window cleaning conventions and stuff. We have the huge convention.
In Canada, no. I know that I know, not that in Canada, not that I know, but I know like there are the world cleaning convention or the fastest window cleaner, fastest technique.
Right.
I know there is that, but I think that's more international. It's usually in the States, is it not?
Yeah.
But in Canada, we don't really have any conventions. No, not that I know of, anyways.
So it's probably a relatively small industry, like it is here.
Yeah. For the most part, I mean, unless you're in like Vancouver or Toronto or Calgary, or that's
Calgary,
pretty much the extent of where you're gonna find where you're gonna find the high rises, right? You know?
Is that the real? Is that how you say it?
We say Calgary.
We say Calgary. Yeah, Calgary.
Stick my dick in the mashed potatoes. Go Hogs.
That is the smoothest pole I've ever felt going in and out.
That's great.
Yeah,
we say Calgary.
Yeah,
we're just.
I learn something new every day, man. I always am like, it's Calgary. Yeah.
We're just coming out of
Adam's the one that's fucking blowing me up on the phone, dude. Can you not see that I'm doing a podcast here? What's wrong with you, dude? Sending me.
Like
Mormon rubber sucks.
Their whole population is
and
like
when you go outside,
California.
there's a sun and a sky.
Everybody
knows that. Dude.
California has more. There's more people in Cali than there is in all of Canada. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
there's 40 million people in Canada, something like that.
Probably 38 to. But now all the immigrants, I'd say it's probably about close to 40 million, if not 40 million.
You mean doctors and engineers?
That is a country of learned doctors.
You mean import H-1B visas?
One of my favorite YouTubers is from Canada. My Self-Reliance. If anybody, I don't know if anybody knows who I'm talking about, but
I fucking love
that dude that just
I watched
him
and
his dog building the cabin out in the woods.
Yeah, he builds cool outdoor cabins.
He doesn't talk, he just does shit. It's fucking rad, dude. Yeah.
I love you watch that guy? I've been watching him for years.
So have I for a long time.
I watch him and the Outdoor Boys. Those are
Outdoor Boys is super rad too.
Outdoor Boys is rad, dude.
Sorry. I'm a YouTube guy. I don't really watch any kind of network television and Netflix. I'm always watching YouTube, man.
I watch Vegas
YouTube Premium,
every
no commercials.
day.
What do you watch, Tim?
I gotta get YouTube Premium for sure.
It's so much better, dude.
All right, let's
I'll
hear
watch him do the slot
let's hear what.
and shit.
Okay, yeah, well, let's hear. What's his name again?
Vegas Matt.
There we go. Thank you. Because every time you said it, like somebody would start talking. Seth's always running his.
No, I watch
that
dude every day religiously.
Shut the fuck
up. This dude fucking he rolls like $50 slots and shit.
I just want to bring some more negativity back into window cleaning. That's all I want, Seth.
I know, dude. I hate unity. I hate bringing a community. Fuck a community. I hate community. I don't like nobody.
I don't
like
nobody.
4 people, dude.
Seth's mean, dude.
Yeah, I'm an asshole.
Yeah, dude. I don't like it. Be nice.
You guys heard of Bama Bass?
I don't know who that is.
He's got he built a pond and then he's like stocking it with bass and he's
really
crazy, dude. It's great. Yeah, that stupidest shit that gets me entertained.
Dude, that's the best part about being like a 50-year-old dude is getting into
Gears,
cool
brother.
old
Yeah,
shit.
hell yeah, brother. Yeah.
I think it's something in like 50-year-old white guys. You hit 50, you're like, dude, I need something weird to make.
I need
like,
to build a pond, bro.
All Marc
and that's
watches.
what it
I
is. I can't wait to do it.
All Marc does is watch Cody Jenks videos on YouTube.
No, I don't. I don't watch any videos. I don't watch window cleaning videos.
I love it when Marc.
I don't
I
watch
love it when Marc.
Mood in your
No, I
eyes.
don't.
No, I don't.
I don't watch Cody Jenks videos.
Yeah, yeah.
That was really like
No, I don't.
personal.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, I don't do that.
I don't watch videos like you guys do.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't.
You watch
I mean,
Cody Jenks videos.
no, I'll put them on the radio while I'm working in my shop.
He watches
doing
people
something
eat Snickers bars upside down. That's what
Yeah.
Me and Seth have finally decided we just come to a privately. Seth and I have spoken. We're just like Marc is the biggest boomer in the entire universe. There's
I
no.
love Marc.
Yeah, I mean, I love.
There
him.
isn't
I love
someone I
him.
love
I
more
love
than
him, but
Marc.
he is boomerist
Well,
prime.
Fox
he's
News
like
said
he's like the Optimus Prime of boomers. Marcus.
What does that mean? No,
You're
explain
like
what
just,
that means.
you're just an old dude that says dumb shit all the time. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
can't help it.
I've been doing that my whole
You
life.
can't help it.
It's
You
my
can't
business.
help it. You're just a boomer. You have boomer
I've
views.
always been unfiltered. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
Him
Oh,
and
wow.
Eddie.
Oh,
Everything.
shit.
Everything is gay to
I feel
Marc
that.
and Eddie. You know what I mean? Everything is gay.
Yeah, I think a lot of things are gay.
Yeah.
Those fucking lime green shoes that Sean wears, those are gay. I love Sean. I think he's a
Why
great
is
dude.
Sean taking strays? That's not nice.
He's getting strays.
That's
Mark's
not-
like, what, you wear color? You're gay.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I
you want
just
to be
like things
fashionable?
simple.
You must like to touch wieners.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. If I showed you a high school picture of me, I would be much thinner and I would have more hair, but I'd still be wearing a t-shirt and jeans
You'd
or
still
t-shirt
be
and
3
shorts.
foot tall.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, and still be 17
wearing
feet tall.
wearing jorts,
I
brother.
think
yours.
gays wear t-shirts, Tanner.
What?
Gays wear t-shirts too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not multicolored. They wear rainbow shit. They wear their
Whatever,
underwear
Mark
on
takes a sniff
backwards.
of his hot
Yeah.
dog before he
Underwear
eats
on
it.
Yeah,
backwards.
Whatever.
I don't. Yeah.
Mark. See
No,
what
I
I'm
don't
saying,
have a
guys?
problem.
I told you guys.
I don't have a
Look,
problem with
now he's
gays,
about to
those
say something.
transsexuals.
He's about to say some boomer shit and ruin the podcast.
Yeah.
If you guys don't leave him
Going
alone, he's
offline.
gonna.
If you let, yeah.
The more you ag him on, the worse it could get. You know what I mean? You just
Right.
gotta
Do it.
let it
Right.
go, dude. You have to.
Right. Well.
Yeah, be careful. He's going to start calling a group of people after the rugs
Yeah,
they make.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
we don't
yeah.
watch it, brother.
Yeah,
Don't
that
watch
was yeah. Don't say it, because I know you're about to say it, and then be like, "There's
That's
nothing
fine.
wrong with it."
Your dad's probably the same way, dude.
Listen,
Yeah,
don't
dude, my
talk
dad is
about my
annoying as
father.
shit, though. That's fine.
And
My
that
dad sucks.
my dad, hey, if you're boomer's prime, my dad is fucking who's the other guy? The Decepticon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a Decepticon.
He's my dad's the Decepticon
Megatron.
of boomers. He's
Yeah.
even worse than you are.
Right. Yeah.
My dad is terrible.
No,
Hey,
I
Seth-
walked uphill to school
Yeah,
both ways.
Seth and my dad share the same Instagram fucking algorithm.
Yeah, dude, it's the best. Yeah. I'm like, how much lead paint did you eat as a child? This is the best, dude.
Hey, my dad
You know,
probably
now
ate
they're
a lot.
saying lead's good for you.
Yeah. Hey, it might be, dude.
Might
I
be.
don't know.
I don't know, man. You should test it out.
Mark, you,
It seems
Mark,
any
I'm
good.
not
Mark, do
gonna-
you, hey, when you eat a hot dog or an ear of corn, do you
Somebody
start in
heard it on the
middle or at
internet.
end? 'Cause-
Well, first of all, I never eat it with a bun.
yeah.
Before he eats it.
I eat the
Just
bun
swallow
separately.
it.
Mike Nichols said that you won't even drink from a straw. That's how manly you are.
No, I do
Yeah.
drink from a straw.
I've,
Here, look.
I've seen Mark put his lips around plenty of tubular
Yep.
Yeah.
shapes.
Yep.
He even drinks off of a dude, a Stanley.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, I spit through a straw. I walk around with a styrofoam cup with dip and a straw, and nobody even knows what it is.
a spitter.
Spitter.
Spit cup has a straw.
Well, dude, I
Yeah.
want to say, Jesse, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. I mean,
Yeah, man.
we're
Absolutely.
complete strangers when we started this, and now I feel like we're friends. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that,
guys.
even though
happy to be here.
even though positivity and getting along is cool, and
Gay?
it's gay as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
it is.
Who wants to be
No, but
friends
I
with
want to
anybody?
say that
I'm
it is
glad that we're
refreshing.
friends now, even though that is
Yeah.
gay that I
It's
said that.
it's nice that we got someone on that we
Yeah.
had when I reached out to you and you responded,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, I always look into everybody, and I'm like, oh, this guy's in Canada, and I don't never see him on any of the Facebook stuff
that's what I
and
was gonna say.
whatnot.
I had no idea who he
But
was.
that's
I'm
what
like,
made
this is
it
cool. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
thanks,
want to
guys.
say on behalf of Jesse, anytime you want to come back,
Anytime you want to come back, Jesse, just reach out. Yes.
You reach out. You're always welcome.
Sure, I would love to come back.
You got a cool story you want to share, or just say hey,
Sure.
Or just
you're
hang
always
out.
welcome.
Or just hang out.
Right.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Totally.
anytime, man.
100%. I've had fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
guys,
we want to
I
say,
don't know who's
be safe.
Yeah, definitely be safe.
Yes,
Mark, so
definitely be
who's
safe.
Mark, just so everybody that's watching, who's next week? Who's our guest next week?
Let me see if I can find out for you real quick. Honestly, I'm not.
Yeah,
it's one of the
It's always so
safety guys.
prepared.
Thank
It's
God,
always
American
prepared.
Window
It's either
Cleaner
Draper or
Magazine.
Jeffrey Scott.
Yeah, it's going to be the safety guy.
Maker
One of the safety
Products.
guys.
Thank you. Of course, Sorbo USA. Thank you. Windowcleaner.com. Thank you. Zero. Of course, you want to place a zero order. You can hit me up. You can send me a text message or call me 419-515-2854. Call me. I need to make money. My kids are starving.
I need hot dog money. Kid.
I need hot dog money as well. I also need hot dog money, but my kids are also hungry. I'll buy them like something off the dollar menu, which is no longer $1. It's still expensive. So I need you guys to buy things from me from zeroproducts.com. 419
a fish fillet
515-2854. I'm barely making it in life right now.
Creates wrench, a provided 2mm Allen key. Those will be the tools you will need. The Ettore ledger handle, the Zero light brush of your choosing. This is the synthetic boar's hair. 5/32 drill bit. A little grinding bit.
This thing is fucking rad, dude. Just so everybody knows, this deal here that Craig's making in this video is super rad. Super rad. Expert craftsmanship. Who needs a gold cup? Yeah. Telling you, the way that lines up on the glass with a 12-foot pole or like 20 feet, man, it just scrubs so good. I like it. I like it a lot.
This is the hardest. Must dig my dig in the mashed potatoes. Go Hogs.
That is the smoothest pole I've ever felt going in and out.